YouTube. Are we live, فاكرون?
We're live.
Boom, we're live. Okay.
Hello.
Here's the story and share. I tagged غازي هاكا تاجيتها في الستوري. كنت حب زادت تريشيري. يا سيدي عسلامتكم الناس الكل، أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بكم في حلقة جديدة من The Happy Cast. لايف بيان سور في الفورمات جديد. في الحلقة هذه كالعادة سبونسوريزي ساعة الجاتو بار رادوس. ذي جاتو الشوكولا المرة هذه.
اسمعني معقدة الحكاية.
هذه هاي. هو.
I can also.
هو. الشوكولاتة واللوز والفستق والفازي.
متحمسة.
وعنا شوية تاي وعنا ضيفة سبيسيال برشا اليوم. باش نبدلوا بطبيعة باش نسويتشيو شوية في الحلقة من العربي للونجلي. خاطر الضيفة متاعنا اليوم جاية ضيفة تنجم تقول في تونس، ما عادش ضيفة عندك عامين تو. you've been here for 2 years. We're now live with Emily 20Camels.
عسلامة. شنو أحوالكم لاباس؟
What's up? How you doing?
I'm good.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day. تعبة شوية. أما صبا.
It's cool. Hopefully the tea and the sweets will do the
trick.
Will do the trick.
Wake me up شوية, yeah.
20 Camels. The name.
Yeah.
I didn't hear like how it came and why the name 20 Camels of.
So it was actually a nickname that I was given, but it's still kind of a mystery. I haven't really gone public with the story of the name.
Okay, let's keep it that way.
But a little hint is that it's a nickname that I was given when I was in college.
In college, okay.
When I hear 20 Camels, I think of caravans. That's the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah, so it was a nickname that was given to me. Like when I took a trip to the Middle East, it was like my very first big trip outside of the US. Besides Europe, I had gone to Europe before. But when I came back, like people at my school that I worked with were like, they started calling me 20 Camels.
Okay.
And so that's just...
let's keep it mysterious. It's been mysterious, so let's keep it mysterious. أنا déjà نسيت سامحني على الهايب. So
it's okay.
In this podcast we'll be talking about maybe Russia, Belarusia, Saudi and Lebanon and apparently many other, and of course Tunisia. Tunis, let's say, yeah?
We'll have...
We can say Tunis.
Yeah.
We can say Tunis.
We will have like a little game at the end of the podcast. اقعدوا معانا.
Okay. You prepared the game, okay.
Yeah. I will be putting you in trouble.
He didn't brief me into this.
He's going to be putting me in trouble, guys.
Hopefully
not too much trouble.
So... for those who aren't familiar, like probably everyone is familiar with your content, both on social media like Instagram and YouTube also.
Yeah.
The long format is on YouTube. We usually here watch YouTube stuff. Yeah. So it's very good content and it's very Tunisi because first of all you speak you speak Tunisian. تحكي شوية تونسي، تحكي برشا تونسي حسب ما فهمت. In all the videos I hear you talk and it's like you caught the spirit of, even when you talk you seem Tunisian when you talk, like you know, so you're so at ease.
Yeah.
How did that happen? How did it all start at first? Like why did you choose to come to Tunis? What were the circumstances? And then like how did you integrate at first?
How did it like develop from there? How did we get here?
You started from Minnesota.
Everything started from Minnesota. I was born in Minnesota, raised in Minnesota. When I was 17, I left the States.
You wanted to be LA woman.
Yes, exactly. I went to California. Exactly.
This is why I put this shirt, because you wanted to be the LA woman, but the LA woman didn't didn't like it.
I wanted to be the SD woman, the San Diego woman.
San Diego,
actually,
okay.
yeah. But actually, that's a great song. I love The Doors, by the way.
Nice.
So I moved to San Diego. I studied chemical engineering there, and I did some traveling, like in South America, the Middle East, while I was studying. And I was like, I did some internships with chemical engineering, and I wasn't really feeling the lab life. Like, I didn't want to be stuck in a lab for my whole life. And I really felt this calling to do travel, like do something with travel.
Okay.
So I was like, how can I make money and travel at the same time, you know? Like, these Instagram influencers make it seem easy, you know? You see a bunch of pictures of them in these exotic places, and you think it's just that easy. Like, you just take pictures in places around the world, and somehow money just lands in your lap, right? Well, that's not how it goes in reality, you know? So I started out, I started this channel right before COVID in February of 2020. And the first place I went to was Bolivia. I went back to a country that I had previously visited in college. And I was about a month in. Like, I started with this idea of spending 3 months in each country, like as kind of like a long-term travel, to be able to get to know the language, the culture, be able to see more of the country. Because I feel like a lot of like vloggers go to countries for like 10 days or like a week, and then like the typical tourist stuff, and they pretend like they're experts in the country, and you're like, dude, you've been there for like a week, how could you possibly be an expert, you know?
It's true.
And so I was like, okay, if I actually go and spend like a significant amount of time in the country, then I can actually, like, I don't know, claim to be more of an expert and like actually get to know the culture deeper, right? So I went to Bolivia, COVID hit, and then I was forced to go back to the US because the country was closing its borders in like 72 hours. And so my mom was like, you have to get back home right now. So I flew to Miami, and then I quarantined in Miami for a few months. And then I was just like, I don't know how long this pandemic's going to last. I have to keep going. Like, I can't give up on the dream. So then I went to Belarus. After Belarus, I went to Lebanon. My channel started picking up in Lebanon. After I while I was in Lebanon, I started looking at other like Muslim countries that were kind of like underrepresented and maybe a little bit more open-minded, like a little bit more easygoing, not so conservative, where I could like, I don't know, feel comfortable, because at that point, like, I hadn't visited that many Muslim countries, and I'm not a Muslim myself, so I wanted to pick a place where I would actually like enjoy living for 3 months or more. And so I started getting interested in Tunisia, because I'm like, I don't know, I just have this feeling about it. It's on the Mediterranean. It's in Northern Africa. Like, not a lot of people have heard of it. Everyone's heard of Morocco, but no one's ever heard of Tunisia, or like no one where I'm from has ever heard of Tunisia. So I was like, maybe it's a good opportunity to shed some light on Tunisia.
Okay, so you, at first, it was just looking up Tunisia online.
Yep, I didn't know anybody here. I didn't have any connection to Tunisia. I just was like, I was just doing research online, and I was like, they seem cool. They seem pretty chill.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've seen any videos? Maybe, probably the music. You checked out the music. Or
I did not check out the music. Okay. No. I mean, maybe I looked up, I don't know, some vlogs about Tunisia, some basic information. But
you were right about the vlogs. I've watched so many about Tunis, and some of them even like with 1 hour vlog or 1 hour 20. But like you said, they stay for a couple of days. Some of them present it as, okay, this is our holiday in Tunisia, and we will share it as it is. But some of them, like you said, like
they pretend to
here's what you should know about Tunis.
Yeah.
And in many videos, I saw like wrong assumptions or wrong conclusions, you know?
Yeah.
And some food, like they choose like some dish, and they say, so this is basically the most common or the most traditional. It's not traditional. Maybe it's common because it's a fast food, like the mlewi or something. Mlewi
like street food.
Yeah. So it was stuff like that. But in your content, you were the thing is like you were it's like honest share about your experience, little by little, and some words.
Not
that
much
you know.
judgment.
Yeah.
Not much judgment. I hear you try to be like very respectable to the people living there. There is so many vlogs that all you hear is like complaining or saying this is bad and this is bad. This is piss me off. Like, why
would you come to a country and then choose to focus on the negative things and then just tear it apart? Like, that doesn't do the people of the country any good. Like, what's the point, you know?
Yeah.
I always, like you guys, I try to focus on the happy things. I try to focus on the positive things. So any country I go to, even if I experience something like, I don't know, off-putting or that isn't exactly how it is in my country, like it's worse than my country, I'm not going to point that out. Like, there's no reason to point that out. I try to find the things that make the country unique, that make the country beautiful, and focus on those things.
Exactly. Also, in most of your videos, you're with either with a group or with friends or stuff like that. So, how did it begin when you first came here? You were alone.
I was.
Oh, sorry. Oh my God.
We're having like a deja vu.
Yeah.
There's the live is happening. Okay, so this is a little dramatic, I will say, because I haven't been like public about this yet. But the first time I came to Tunisia, it was with my now ex-boyfriend, Valentine, who I was with for 6 years.
He's half Russian.
He's fully Russian.
He's fully Russian.
Yeah, but he recently got his U.S. citizenship. So when I met him in college, actually. So we've known each other for a really long time.
Yeah.
And he was a green card holder when we were in college.
Okay.
And then I convinced him to get a remote job because I said, I want to travel the world, you know, and I want to stay together. So how are we going to do this? And he's like, well, I guess I can get a remote job and travel with you. And I was like, yay, we can still be together. And so... yeah, we had a really nice trip the very first time in Tunisia. We made friends. I mean, I usually make friends in every country I go to. If you spend like 3 or more months in a place, like you're gonna meet people, you're gonna make friends.
For
like
sure,
it's not as hard as people think, you know? Like if you go to the gym, that's a great way to meet people in a country where you know nobody. If you're just out there, if you're just like out and curious and asking questions and like, especially if you're in touristy places, you know, there's usually people who work at cafes who want to talk to you, chat you up.
And of course, I'm pretty sure you knew right away, like Tunisians are friendly.
Yeah, Tunisians are
like
super friendly.
They're
like
open to talk and to engage in conversation or something.
Like at first, I was like, Tunisians are a little too friendly. Like I'm not used to this. It was kind of scary. It was honestly intimidating at first because I was like, whoa, like this is like as an American, like people are when you're walking by like strangers, you know, you don't interact, like you don't talk to, you don't even look at each other, right? You don't even greet, which like I know it's not as nice, right? But that's what I'm used to. In Tunisia, people like come up to you and say like anything, like just be like hello, and I'm just like
just lock eyes.
Yeah, they'll just stare at you, and I'm just like, is this person like, do they want to fight with me? Like, are they gonna attack me or something? Like, it was a little intense at first. Yeah, I was like, whoa.
So let me go back with your take you on a journey in the past, like the first day when you landed.
Yeah.
You and Valentine, you landed like in Carthage.
In Carthage,
airport.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, and then
we had a very long journey to Tunisia. So we had to fly to Qatar, to Doha, which was my first time in Qatar. I've never actually like stayed there, but and then we got on this like huge airplane to the Tunis Carthage airport. It was like huge and it was slow, so it took like I don't know 6-7 hours to get here, and like. It was like a shakshuka of people in the airport. Like I was like, I had no idea what kind of country I was about to go to. I could not tell based on the people who were on the plane with me, you know, because it was such a range of people. People dressed all different kinds of ways. People who looked super different. I didn't know what to expect at all, you know. So I was like, and then we got to the airport, and like it was a huge shakshuka just to get through the passport control. Like that took forever because the plane was so huge, you know. So when you fly into Tunis Carthage, it's like they make you fill out this piece of paper, like writing down where you're planning on staying, and like I don't know, at least for people who aren't Tunisian citizens, that's what you have to do. And like, we didn't know, nobody told us we had to do that. So there we were waiting in line. And then all of a sudden I was like, I saw people like with pieces of paper going back and filling them out and then getting back in line. And I was like, should we be doing that too, you know? And it was just, it was kind of, it was chaotic. It was a shakshuka, it was fawda. And then actually
did you book a hotel
an Airbnb.
or something?
I booked an Airbnb in the Medina. In Hafsaya. So that was the very first place that I lived in Tunisia. Because like when you like look at Tunis as a tourist and you don't know much about like the neighborhoods and where like people should stay, you would think like in most European countries, the historic district is usually like, I don't know, like the nicest district, like where the most money is put into so that the tourists stay there. And so I was thinking like, okay, it's beautiful. It looks gorgeous, the Medina. It's probably super safe, right? And like, I don't know. I was just like, all these other neighborhoods are super residential. Why would I stay there? I want to be in the heart of the culture, right?
Yeah.
And so then we get like our Airbnb. We're staying with a family in an Airbnb in the Medina, and they get a taxi to pick us up from the airport, which I was like, that's super nice, right? And then we're driving into the Medina, and I'm just like, whoa, I've never been anywhere like this before, you know? It's ancient. Like, and then you're in this like alley, you know, you're in the alleyways of the Medina. I've never been in a place like that before.
Yeah,
it was really...
it's very narrow and stuff like that.
Yeah, super narrow. Like the car can't even fit
like,
through.
You were in Lebanon. There is not like something similar in Lebanon?
Like, I mean, in some of the villages, they have Medinas, like walled
but
Medinas
in Beirut,
and stuff. In Beirut, I stayed... There's certain parts of Beirut that kind of feel like it, but it's nothing...
Okay.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
Tunisia's on a whole nother level, actually.
Yeah, it's a very old city. Like Zitouna is the oldest university in the world. Zitouna University.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's the first university that ever made 600 and some change. So it's a very old city, and the expansion that happened before didn't influence the old city. The wall, like
the walled city.
The wall is.
We
not,
still have the gates.
We have the gates.
I know.
All
the gates,
for
or
sure,
most of them, right?
Yeah, I think most of them. Yeah. Okay, we have already a question. I forgot that we are live. Sorry, guys, from the chat. Chat, that's we call. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm very old. So هندال ساحلي أحمد شكونه ساحلي أحمد؟ هاي ما حدا
بلوكي
نبيل الجان. Emna, Nabil, this is your friend, I think. Yeah? Like a fan, probably, because it's the first time I see him in the chat. Radus, Saha, Radus. Hello.
Radus is his mother who made this.
Kirby.
Thank you.
شنية؟ تريليا الأحمر هذا جينا قبل. ميدالي لوغان بي اف.
شفته فما واحد يكتب اللايف تاع 8 وقت.
So Logan BF is asking like did you think about visiting the whole 24 city, like 24 states of Tunis? And yeah, we'll be diving right into that. DJ Q أحلى تحية. Say so have you cleared like all the states in Tunis?
I haven't counted. Maybe. I don't know. I think I've done most of them.
Okay.
The majority.
Have you been to the south?
Yeah. I mean, I've been around the whole country, but I don't know if I've specifically hit like every single, government
your
or
first
whatever.
video started with Zagwen? Your first video? Like the hot springs?
Yeah. It was... no, not Zalwen. It was... Qorbus. Yeah,
Qorbus,
it was Qorbus.
Yeah, that was the first video I saw of your channel. I saw it on YouTube, not on social media.
Yeah, so that video I actually, the first time I came to Tunisia was in 2022. I didn't make any YouTube content. Just معناها في Instagram.
Okay.
وقت رجعت. That's when I started making YouTube videos.
You were back to the USA?
No, actually, I went to Korea in between.
Okay. Yeah. So the Korea video vlogs.
Yeah.
They came in between two
trips to Tunisia.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to start with Tunisia or the other country?
Yeah. I still have like some stuff that maybe we should probably clear about Tunis. My opinion is there isn't the best place in Tunis. This is my opinion.
Okay.
disregarding anything that has been said of. But I don't think one should ask like what's your favorite part, but did you have any weird adventures around, let's say?
Weird adventures.
Yeah, that maybe made you love the place. For example, did you go like to a region or a place in Tunis where you thought maybe this might be not interesting, and then something changed your mind or stuff like that?
Okay. Not exactly like that, because I always try to go and like with an open mind, you know. I try to imagine that every place is gonna have its own interesting thing. But I think one of the things that I did read online about Tunisia before I came was that you guys had such a diversity of landscapes around the whole country, right? You've got the desert in the south, you've got the mountains and the forests in the north, and then you have like the coast throughout, you know, the country's mostly coast. And then the island of Jerba and Karqna and stuff. And I don't know, I've had so many amazing experiences in places all around Tunisia, but I have to say I probably have enjoyed the adventures in the northern parts a little bit more, because they feel like unexpected, you know, like especially when you see snow I got to see snow for the first time in Tunisia. I've been chasing it now for like 3 years, you know, like the very first time I came, I really wanted to see snow, and it didn't snow that winter, or I missed it, or I left right before it started snowing, but I finally got to see it this year, and that was like amazing. And I just feel like the people in the north, like I understand that you know, life for Tunisians outside of like the big cities isn't always the easiest, right? It's a hard life in a lot of different parts of Tunisia. But I feel like in the north, like the way that they have to deal with the elements of the cold and like, you know, things like that, it's just like, it's really commendable. It's really inspiring.
Didn't you notice like a difference in how people will treat you outside the big city? Yeah,
it's super different. They're much friendlier. Exactly, like I noticed in Sfax when I went down there, the people like in the Medina of Sfax, they don't mind if you film. Like I was in Tunis, in the Medina of Tunis, if you try to like ask people if they're okay with you filming, they're like, even if you're trying to promote their business, a lot of them will be like, no, لا ما نحبش علاش تحب تصورني. And I'm just like, نحب وري الناس كيف تونس معناها. but أما في صفاقس الناس غادي مستقبلين. يستقبلوا برشا معناها. They're just like, yeah, they don't mind filming. Like film anything, yeah.
Okay.
And then they're like, where's it gonna be? Like, where can I find the video later? And they're excited, you know. They're not like suspicious or anything. Like they don't think I have ulterior motives or anything like that.
Maybe because Tunis, the capital, maybe like you said, people are more friendly outside for Tunis, the capital, for sure.
Yeah.
And we also notice it like almost every day. Like the capital it's a capital.
Yeah, capitals anywhere are that way. The people are a bit
people
more...
are tense also.
Yeah.
Even though compared to, for example, Europe, it's like people are friendly in the street. You can talk with people, but still it's tensed. But as soon as you go out, like you said, for Sfax, for example, or you go outside, it's like people are chill. They don't mind.
They don't mind. Yeah.
Did you visit the desert, the Sahara?
I did, yeah. That was actually the first thing I think that was the first thing I did when I came to Tunisia the first time, because it was still winter. So I was like, okay, this is the time to go to the desert. And I was amazed. I had this amazing experience. I actually got to ride a camel through the desert.
Just one?
Just one, just one, unfortunately. I wanted 20, but that was too expensive. I couldn't afford that. So
you should do it. You should do it before. One time you should do it.
Like, I would love that. I would love that. You know, once I can bring like, 19 other people with me, and we can just
I will be there for sure.
Trip. You guys want to go?
Yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely.
We could bring camping gear and do like a trek, somewhere.
There is like a circuit in the south, like you can go with camels, with bikes, or whatever you choose, or even on foot if you want.
Really?
And you spend like 10 to 14 days on the Sahara, like going from checkpoint to checkpoints. The checkpoints are oases. So you go from one oasis to the other.
That's
2 weeks.
super cool.
For 2 weeks, and
Yeah.
that's the experience that I would love to experience something like that.
I would too.
It would be.
Yeah.
I think it would be like life changing. Like you would be different after that.
I think so. Yeah. I
There-
mean,
there's a special place like it's called Lake Huidat, and it's even in the map it's middle of nowhere, like way down south. I had some friends that went by 4x4 with cars. It took them 3 days. Like three days straight. Like they are driving and
من
then
تونس ولا من
no from Duz.
من دوز.
From Duz to the like from
To
the
the lake.
Sahara gate to the lake. It was 3 days straight in the desert, and I heard like some people do it on foot with camels to the baggage, to the luggage and stuff like that. It takes up to 1 month, I think.
Yeah.
أما ما زال في تونس ولا
Yeah, في تونس.
Yeah,
ماكش
still in
تخرج،
Tunis.
ماكش تخرج
And the
من
thing is, Lake Huidat, you find a very hot spring in the middle of nowhere.
What?
It's just an oasis with a very hot spring.
Okay, that would be a crazy experience.
Yeah.
I would be super down.
Yeah. I think that's
Frankly,
the
I'm
ultimate
planning
experience.
on.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Do you
yeah,
have
yeah.
dates planned?
No, not for this
Not
year,
yet.
but probably in maybe the
Yeah,
year
we'll
after.
surely do it. It's
for sure.
it's the experience to do.
That's
in
like
Tunisia.
a peak experience.
Yeah, exactly.
That's, you're not gonna.
If you think like the experience in the Arctic or it's similar. That's the most extreme experience you can have in Tunisia.
Yeah, I
if
think so.
But you surely have to do it with guides and everything is planned. Like people shouldn't do it by themselves. It's very dangerous.
No. Yeah.
You can be lost in. You can get lost in like very quickly there. It's very hard to.
Find your way back. Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
yeah.
In the night, it's better because you can see light from very far.
Or at least you can follow the stars and try to.
If you,
Apparently it's not that easy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently, you need like people from there.
You know what? When I did the camel like trek or whatever, we camped actually in the middle of the desert with the camel. Just one night. And the guy, like, he had his camels, they had like the rope around their like legs so they couldn't move that fast. But he let them go for, I don't know, a couple hours maybe while we were having dinner. And somehow he like knew where to find them. You can't even see them anywhere, but he knew. He's like, oh, it's this. They're this one's this way, that one's that way.
Holy!
And, like, I know, and you can't see their tracks in the sand or anything. And so we decided
it's in
to
the night.
Yeah,
By
at night. Yeah.
By night you can't see nothing.
Can't see anything.
Nada. Yeah.
I think they leave them like when there's time of the year when they leave all the camels do whatever they want. They will like the female will
it's breeding season.
Yeah, breeding
they
season.
just leave the camels and then the camels go back.
Yeah, the camels go
Okay,
back.
they have
But
an
here, dude, she's talking about the guy like
Yes,
standing
yes.
in the middle of the night, like,
Yeah.
Bobby, you're there. Get
yeah,
back
I'm
here.
serious. You can't see them you can't see them in the distance. You can't see anything.
Maybe
you
it's-
can't see any tracks. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think
if they have like a.
they know the spots where they eat. They usually
That's what
find
I'm
food.
thinking. Yeah, maybe he.
But
because
what if-
people
what
in the
if-
desert can find like things very easily. They have their own way of memorizing or it's a special skill. It's a special skill.
They know the layout of the
Yeah,
land
even
more
if-
than
even
we
if
would.
they
Maybe.
change
Were you camping near an oasis or just in the middle of the
Not
sand?
near an oasis. Not like near enough where I could see an oasis. It was just kind of in the middle of
the
nowhere. Yeah.
sand. It was just
Yeah,
sand.
just sand. Maybe some small shrubs around us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe it's telepathy. Yeah, he's telepathic with the camels.
Maybe he has some kind of tracking device on the camel, and then it was just a show, and he was just like acting like he was like, where are the camels?
Yeah, but they even now the friend that went to the lake Kombas وقتها he was talking about the and also Czech he was talking about the those people, the people of the desert with the turbans and stuff.
Yeah.
Like sometimes they see if they're expecting a caravan of cars, for example, like some cars coming or another group, and the guy will be standing like on the dune and he's waiting, and then they're there, they're coming, and my friend was no one could see it, but he could spot it. He could like spot it even if they move between the dunes, like, oh, something moved there. Okay, so probably it's them, and then probably they see the sand going up, like, but those like the fine details that only those from the region that are living there can see. Because I went to Duze, I was walking. It's like the treadmill.
Yeah,
it's like a treadmill with sand. It's nothing. It's nothingness repeating itself.
Yeah.
But somehow they can find their way. And even walking, I was going up and down the dunes, but they knew how to walk like with minimum effort and always stay on the top.
Really?
Like from dune to dune. Yeah. Even by night, we were hysterical. Like, it's like we were very, very clumsy, and we were going. And he was laughing like, "Oh, you're tiring yourself. Come back here." And he was walking like we were following him by night. It's always up. It's very weird. Like, and it's fine to see people like mastering their environment like that.
Yeah, it's their turf. It's their environment. They know it much better than we ever could. We'd have to move there and like live with them. And
are you like a camping fan or something? Do you like?
I would say I like camping. Okay. I don't like too much camping. But if it was an adventure as awesome as the lake adventure sounds like it is, I'm down. I'm down for 14 days. But normally I wouldn't be down for 14 days because I'm high maintenance. I'm super high maintenance.
High maintenance.
I am. I'll be the first to admit it.
You had a lot of experiences in Tunisia. Like you've been to a marriage, you've been to many spaces.
Yeah, I've been to more than one marriage. I've been to a marriage here in the capital and a marriage down in Bufisha, close to Bufisha, in a town called Landreia. So it's even more rural than Bufisha.
What's it called?
Landreia.
Okay.
A friend of mine who is he's a journalist with Cap FM.
Okay.
Invited me.
Okay. You've been to Benzart, Zeta?
Been to Benzart. I love Capsbib. Capsbib was like one of my favorite. It is one of my favorite beaches in Tunisia.
It's the first time I dived was at Capsbib.
Like you mean cliff jumping?
No, diving.
Diving.
Scuba
diving. Is it good in Capsbib?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. There's so many good spots in Tunisia, but that's the first time we tried it. It was a great experience.
Cool.
Qorbos has also a good cliff jump spot.
Really?
Very, very, very clean waters. Very clean waters. And the waters are apparently saltier or something because you can dive in them easy.
Oh.
Yeah. فاكرون, remember this? الماء في قربص?
Yeah, it was floating.
Yeah, you can float better.
You're more buoyant.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's very weird. Like when I leave myself, just like I don't move anymore.
You float.
I'm not like even here. It's like my neck is above the water. It's very weird. And I try to and I'm making so much effort, and then I leave my. You go back. So, but there's basically this spot. I remember it. It's so beautiful. It's like a mountain, going on the water, and you descend on rocks like this, and there's like the rock formation is like strats like this, and the millefeuille.
Yeah.
So we called the spot millefeuille because it's the same colors.
Okay.
But like one is red, one is yellow, one is like layers on top of each other, and you can climb easy. It's like the stairs, like a stairs, and you go up like 10 meters, maybe 15 meters, and it's very, very high stuff.
We have like two interesting questions. One is from Cousteau. He's asking, what makes you go back and forth to Tunisia? What are the things that made you attached to this country?
Oh, that's a great question. Okay, so I decided to come back like the second time in 2020, at the end of 2023, because I had only done Instagram content about Tunisia, and I was like, you know what? I really should have made some YouTube videos because I had some awesome adventures, but there's only so much you can express on short form content on Instagram. Yeah. So I was like, okay, I need to go back, especially because I had started learning the language. Like I actually, we did not touch on this, but I started learning Tunsi the first time I came. Mm-hmm. I found a teacher, and I took private classes, like me and my ex-boyfriend Valentine. We took the Tunisian classes together, and that was how I got my foundation of Tunisian. So I was like, I at that point, even though I had been to Lebanon and I started learning Lebanese Arabic there too, because every country I go to, I try to learn the language as much as I
Saudi,
can.
like from the first time you weren't prepared.
Because I took classes before I even went, like from Tunis. I took online classes in Saudi Arabic. And so I was like, okay, I feel the most confident in this Arabic dialect, you know, Tunisi. I can go back and like really do an amazing series in Tunisia. And I love the Tunisian people. You guys are so, like, I don't know, everyone was just so happy with the content that I was making. So that also inspired me to come back. I was like, the people want more of this. People are really liking this. It's really resonating with the Tunisian people. I was like, I think I could really do something great for Tunisia on YouTube, you know, like instead of the other YouTube vlogs I've seen, which the people who come from America or come from the West, like they don't really know Tunisia, you know, in those videos, you can tell that like they're only there for a week or 10 days or something like that. So I wanted to come back and like really dive deep into the culture of Tunisia and show people like how friendly and kind, you know, Tunisian people are and just how much Tunisia has to offer, like in terms of adventures and like diversity of landscapes and things like that.
Wow,
so.
Thank you for that. Thank you. Like even I think the no tourism like company did this in Tunis just to promote Tunis like this.
Oh.
We also have like a question about the dish. I think.
Okay.
Who asked about the dish? I saw it.
No, leave the dishes.
What about the weirdest Tunisian food or food or
leave
dish?
the food away for now.
Okay,
Let's
okay.
not talk about food now.
Okay. على جنب.
خليها على جنب
ماكلة على جنب.
خليها لنبعد ماكلة.
نخليهم.
فما آمنة سألت قالت did she notice that difference in other countries?
What difference?
What differences? What about the weirdest Tunisian food dish?
Mariam says hi. She says the country you like the most.
The country you like the most. I think it's a question. I think she's asking what is the country you like the most.
I don't know. Like,
I don't think you can.
For sure, Tunis, for sure.
It's hard. I mean, I do love Tunisia. I feel really comfortable in Tunisia. I feel like it's just a place where I've found like a second home. Like I feel more at home in Tunisia than I do in the US at this point. So
okay.
that should be a big compliment.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Oh yeah. Nice.
I want to try the cake.
Let's try the cake.
تحية زادة لجماعتنا في الشات. إنا نوتشيل. Damn. صحة صاحبة.
بنينة برشا.
تحية لآمنة وياسين. Shout out from a follower since the early Tunisia trip. This is Yasin, one of your fans. Oh, we got so many.
I want to ask you about the first country you mentioned, like after the college, Belarusia. Why did you choose that country exactly?
But right before that, how's the cake?
Yes.
Super good.
Nice. Okay.
بنينة برشا برشا برشا.
Merci, Radius.
عايشك مهدي. Is she watching?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, she left a comment already.
Oh, عايشك. ديك صح. Okay, I picked Belarus because at the time during COVID, this was like maybe summer of 2020, there was this website where you could see like a world map and it had like all the countries in different colors. So like most countries were either orange or red, which means you needed like to quarantine in the country before you went, or it was completely prohibited to go to the country, like whatsoever. And Belarus was like, I don't know, maybe the only country that was green. Like you didn't need any COVID test. You didn't need to quarantine. It was like they didn't even wear masks in Belarus, like during COVID, like middle of 2020. They weren't wearing masks. It was like COVID didn't exist there.
Okay.
So I was like, well, this seems like it's the only place I can go, you know, like, you know, so that's
Makes
why I
sense,
picked it.
yeah.
It was
also in Tunis here, like in the capital during COVID, it was a little bit strict.
Yeah.
But as soon as you go out of the capital and go to even Qlibia, for example, or I remember going to Qlibia during curfew. Like we arrived there at 10. It was curfew at 6. We arrived there at 10. So yeah, and cafes are open. Like from the distance, like hi. Okay, cafe. Okay.
Yeah,
but from the distance.
The same happened to me in Lebanon too, in Beirut. So like from the outside, they've got the shutters down on all the cafes and everything, you know? So they look close from the outside. And then you see people like kind of, I don't know, sticking their head around into the doors and stuff and going in. And so I was like, can we just like knock, or is there a secret password or something where we can get in? And we met this guy and he's like, do you guys want coffee? And we're like, yeah, why not?
Please.
And so he invited us into his cafe, and he's like, yeah, my dad's been to America, shows me this statue of an eagle that they had for some reason. And you know, you just like, you meet people from there. So it was kind of the same. It was very like low key. I think the vlog that I made during COVID in Lebanon, in Beirut, I think even on the thumbnail it said like sticking to the shadows, like quarantine Lebanon, sticking to the shadows.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you do your own editing?
I do, yeah.
Okay. Why the side? It's tiring.
It's tiring. It's
Yeah.
too much. It's too much to be like the person who's planning all the trips and like the scripts. I mean, I do my own scripting as well.
Okay.
I do my own editing. Actually, I did like all of my own editing, and it was really like holding me back from, you know, getting more content out until I met Ghazi. And then he was just like, I could take on some of this for you. And so now,
Shout out to
thankfully,
Ghazi.
shout out to Ghazi.
Shout out to every editor also, because editing feels like crap, but it's an art also.
And by the way, we can go longer than an hour and a half.
You like
I'm liking it. Yeah, I'm liking the vibe.
I told you
it's
you
chill.
change your mind.
Yeah,
chill,
I
it's
just
chill.
you know, so I tend to be like kind of anxious in like interview settings. So like I just set the limit to an hour and a half with you guys because I didn't know if I was gonna feel comfortable or not. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
but
Well,
I'm
that's
feeling
nice
great.
to hear. That's
Yeah.
nice to hear. At first I thought you like hour and a half because of the fans probably will find it long or something.
No,
It's
that's not why
okay.
at all. It was to protect my own sanity in case it was like stressful or something.
Okay.
What
Yeah.
did you know what makes you anxious? Like the things that will make you anxious?
I don't know. I just like I don't know if people are gonna try to put me in an uncomfortable position
Did you have
or
like
not.
a bad experience? Something
Interview
like,
or something
bad
like-
interview? You can say yes or no, but you don't have to mention what is it. You know, it's okay.
Yeah, I've had some experiences that have made me kind of like cautious. I guess I
Okay.
would say. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't like it. Like neither. Like I told you, we want the guest to be the most comfortable because then he will be like himself.
Authentic.
It's
Yeah.
a podcast.
He will give you-
It's
Yeah.
a podcast. Like I think pod in English. Like let me show you my pod. Like in my house. No.
Pod.
Yeah.
What do you mean pod?
Like that.
Like a crew or like a gang or a group?
No, like my house, my
pad. It's
Okay,
pad,
I
yeah.
miss it. Very nice. It's a podcast. Okay, so it's like
Yeah,
you're
you're-
a guest, like it's on our house, you know.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's just talking. We don't have anything scripted.
They don't have plans. At least I don't know about their plans.
But I think it's the host who makes it the most enjoyable experience.
Yeah, that's his job.
هذاك صحيح.
صحيح غازي يعطيك صح.
Yeah.
We had a question about the economy.
شفته.
Like
I'm not
how's-
I'm not an economist.
Yeah, I didn't think the question is suited for
But
you.
it's
You can
an interesting question. Like, how do you would you describe like the life in Tunisia hard economically, or
For me personally or for العباد ولا شكون?
let's say, how would you describe it for Tunisians, for example? How do you see Tunisians living? From
I
your
think-
because it's an outside point of view, you know. Because for us, maybe we were attached.
You're used to it or
yeah.
like.
So, what would you say?
I feel like I feel like Tunisia has a lot of potential to be in a better economic state. I mean, you guys have a lot of resources, you have a lot of talented people, you have a lot of smart people, and I think there's certain things that are preventing Tunisia from shining to its full potential. I think I would love to see Tunisia, like, I don't know, I have a certain like view of Tunisia, and there's certain people that I would love to see, like, I don't know, running things and doing things in the country, and yeah, I would love for that to be the future.
You see, now why I brought this up, because myself personally, I see Tunisians, we like to live good life.
Yeah.
Like we eat a lot, we have fun a lot, we go out a lot, we consume like cafes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it bugs me sometimes from my fellow Tunisians when they are like, "Oh, you know, life is hard." Well, you're having fun. Of course, it will be hard. Yeah, that's like to make the equilibrium. that's it.
Yeah,
because
that's
I don't
true,
think
that's
we are
true.
struggling.
No,
I
you're
think
not.
we're
You're not struggling.
Yeah.
No, you're not struggling.
Yeah.
Like at least you guys get to enjoy life. You know, like in a lot of the basic ways. I would say. And I think people where I come from in the US, for example, like we don't get to enjoy those parts of life as much because we're so go. Like we have so many responsibilities and we have like, I don't know, life is so much higher pressure.
Yeah.
I think it is the same everywhere, but at the different levels, of course. But if you like listen what changing like other countries are making today after COVID and after the wars, the last wars that are happening all over the place, and the great battle between the America, the Europe, and China.
Yeah.
Like they have changing their measures. Like they want you to work more. They want to minimize those regulations who give more freedom to the workers. Like have a when a woman is pregnant, she can take a break, a long break. They're changing that because they're feeling threatened. So they want people to work more, and they are regretting some of the regulations they made, but they're backing off those social regulations. You understand? They are backing off because they are very threatened by other countries, by America and China, for example.
Yeah.
So it's changing everywhere, and the only thing me personally, I want to say is like it's all about if you personally think about yourself, what you like to do, and just work for it. Just work. Just do your job and everything.
Live your life. That's it.
You know what? My friend in Landreia, which is like such a small town. It's close to Bufisha, but it's such a small town. Probably none of you have ever heard of it. But I'm bringing it up again because so he's actually a big inspiration to me because in his community, like he's not a particularly wealthy guy. He has more money than a lot of people, I would say, in his village. But he sources from the community. Like he finds out what needs to be done in his small town. Okay, we got to repair the mosque or improve the mosque. We've got to, we need a little clinic in our village because we don't have one. We need to be able to treat people, like triage people or whatever. And he sources materials, funds, things like that. He goes out and he talks to people and like people who he's built relationships with. So he knows like so-and-so has this, so-and-so has that. And like, he's really like, I don't know, raising a generation of youngsters, as he would call them, in his village to think that way, to be like community minded.
Wow, nice.
What's
his name?
Mohammed Hishri.
Wow, shout out to Mohammed. Sahid Mohammed. Wow, that's inspiring.
I know, that's what. Yeah, it's
working
really,
for the communities. Like it's honorable.
Yeah,
to help others like in your community. That's very honorable. Nice.
برشا خدمة.
Way.
برشا
وتعبوا and not very rewarding like money wise, huh?
Yeah, you have to feel like fulfilled based on
which is the best reward if you think of it. Like
true,
when you have people loving you for what you do to them, it must be very satisfying to him. Yeah,
I would guess so. Yeah.
So
I have
some other questions here. We have so okay, just chilling. تحية just chilling. Like that's the name of the comment. Can we have 10 minutes of Arabic? Let's have some fun. Okay. We'll probably do. You can do that whenever you want. And there's
she's been trying.
Shasha is asking.
Like you feel a little bit uncomfortable. You do that like easily in your video.
You guys never started with the Arabic.
Yeah, we did.
I was taking the cue. I was planning to take the cue from you.
Yeah, it's a lot of improv, like I said.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you something in Arabic.
Okay.
From Shasha. شنية أكثر حاجة ضحكتك وإلا معناها experience ضحكتك.
Okay.
or cultural shock عشتوا في تونس but in a funny way معناها بطريقة تضحك هكا حاجة تضحك
طيب البندق
أيوب
اوه هذاك حاجة ضحك برشا. عندي صاحب في المدينة هو يخدم في القهوة غادي هو أنا حبيت تي بالبندق في قهوته وأنا كنت تصور وهو ردي
شنو هي الكلمة؟
he responded to me.
جاوبك.
Okay. جاوبني. He said خاطر قلت تي وهو أسأل لي تي with penis. وأنا قلت شنو؟ ما نحبش هذا. بليش أمان ليش
what is this what is happening
ومبعد قال peanuts وأنا قلت له بندق معناها pine nuts pine nuts pine nuts اوكي قهوة قهوة سيبني
قهوة مش لازم واو ضحك برشا. It must have felt very weird at first like what did you just say.
أنا كنت نصور في الفلوج دونك ما عرفت شنو نعمل بعد.
واو نايس
هو حتى مرة كان هكاكا حتى مرة قال هذا كان وقت أنا كنت نصور أي
ما لقى وقتاش يكون
ضحك.
أنت مشيت آخر بلاد مشيت للسعودية.
أي سعودية.
قديش 3 أشهر؟
3 أشهر أي.
مشيت لمكة ومشيت لجدة.
مش مكة. مكة ممنوع.
ما تنجمش تدخل.
ما نجمش ندخل الحي جملة معناها فما أوتوروت أي من الأوتوروت مسكرة في أوتوروت آخر وفي مكتوب أوتوروت متاع
مسلمين
أي مش مسلمين
أي فما تاع المسلمين فما تاع المسلمين
أي فما
دونك صح ساعة العمرة غازي
أي صح غازي هو بريسك حاجته خاطر مشي وقت اللي رمضان
ومشي في رمضان انتم عديتوا رمضان عيدتم بعد جيتوا
اي
السعودية توا is living like great changes in the past 2 years.
بدلوا برشا.
How did you feel like
مثلا بالعربي
إذا باش نقارنوها بتونس أنت قلت مثلا تلوج على مايند سيت عباد open شوية يرحبوا بيك أما ترحيب في العرب كله موجود يعني
شنو ترحيب
هو
being welcoming هكا welcoming
ترحيب هو welcoming
أي هما
it's something like all the Arabic countries but هما عندهم ممكن نظرة العباد كيش تخزرونهم معناتها متدينين صعاب كيفاش لقيتها دنيا غادي وانتي درت في برشا بلايص.
هما مش هيك جملة هما كلهم فرحانين يستقبلنا في كل بلايص في البلاد وهما very generous يعطيك حتى accommodation حتى وين ترقد بلاش خاطر هما قالوا لنا اوكي قالوا لنا اللي هما خاطر اسئلتهم علاش so generous علاش تعطينا برشا حاجات تعطيونا برشا حاجات
نايس
وهما قالوا خاطر احنا جست فرحانين اللي جيتوا هنا ونحبوا نوريكم the best of Saudi. Like we want you to have the best impression of Saudi Arabia as possible, and like they see it as a gift that we came to Saudi Arabia
because it used to be so close.
And I told them, I said, okay, just wait until people find out how amazing Saudi Arabia is and how friendly you are and how generous and how many interesting places there are to see. You're going to be sick of tourists. You're not going to want to give them anything. You're going to be completely, like.
And you showed some great places. Like if you ask everyone from the US or what do you think of Saudi Arabia? What do you see? They will see only sand and Sahara. And Saudi is a big country. It has different. Of course, there is a lot of Sahara, but there is some places that they are really beautiful and very. You showed some,
green.
Yeah, green. They have like even snow in Saudi Arabia.
They have snow. Yeah, they have snow in the desert.
They have monkeys.
They have monkeys. I didn't know they had monkeys. Did you guys know they had monkeys?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Baboons.
Yeah, baboons. They're freaky. They're scary. They're aggressive.
Aggressive, bro. They are like dogs.
They're like wild dogs.
Yeah. And it's very scary.
Very scary.
Very fast also. You can
super fast.
Unpredictable.
And they come in packs. They usually come in large groups, you know, like we were messing with them like just from like inside our car. We were kind of laughing at them. We parked right next to them on the side of the road because you can see them just hanging out like on the guardrails on the side of the road. And like we had the window just rolled down just a little bit, not wide enough where they could jump through or anything because they're big. And then we're kind of laughing at them because they were doing something funny. And then like the big one, like the alpha male, turned around, looked at me, and he was like, and he got angry and he started charging at the car, charging at me. Like he noticed that we laughed at him and he started running at me. And I like, even though he couldn't get to me, I got scared. My heart was racing for the next 10 minutes. I was like, Jesus.
I can imagine. They are very, very dangerous. Like, and they live, like you said, in packs. And you know, apparently the weird thing about monkeys, like usually when you show the teeth is like a dare, like you daring. That's why they usually show off their teeth when they are either scared or try to scare someone. They're like an animal. So probably from us, when they see us laughing, it's like, why are you laughing?
They're like, oh, you want to take me on?
Yeah, exactly. That's,
what was the best experience you had in Saudi Arabia?
In the south, in the mountains. I would say like it was my first trip. I landed in Riyadh and it was like everything was maktub. Because I had been trying to contact influencer marketing agencies, the government. Like I was trying to get a sponsorship like in Saudi really hard, but nobody was responding to me. Finally, we got this influencer marketing agency to reply to me, and we got a meeting with them, like in Riyadh. They're based in Riyadh. We went there. We told the guy like about my channel. He's like, okay, I'll see if we can find any clients interested in you. And he's like, so where are you guys planning on going in the country? Like, where's your first trip? And I said, we're planning a trip to Jazan, which is on the coast, like just on the border with Yemen. But it's like a big city in the south. Yeah, it's a big city on the Red Sea in the south. And he was like, oh, I know like a perfect person to put you in contact with. It's this like content creator who makes amazing content down there, right? Little did I know, he's got like, I don't know, 3 million followers on TikTok and stuff. And like when you're with him, like in his car, there's people like trying to like get to the car off the street because everybody knows him. It's crazy. Like he's super well known. And he took me to like some amazing places in the mountains down there. He took me to the highest coffee farm in the whole kingdom. Wow. Where they make like this amazing coffee. Yeah, you got to see like
the Saudi has a special coffee.
They have a special. It's yellow.
Black, it's yellow. Yeah.
Asfar.
Yeah.
Qahwa. But a lot of Tunisians would say that they would never try it. They're like, qahwa, asfar, le عاد, je préfère.
But it was tasty.
Yeah, it was super good because they add spices to it. They add cardamom. Okay. Which I don't know if that's hell. Ghazi, maybe you can help me with this.
No.
They call it heel.
Heel.
Heel, yes. We add it also in the coffee sometimes.
Yeah, and they add some other things too, depending on the region. It differs.
You were saying
they wear flower crowns. The men traditionally in the south of Saudi Arabia, they wear crowns on their heads made out of the flowers that grow wildly in that region. Yeah, so you
that
get
must be beautiful to see.
Beautiful. It's so beautiful. You've got bright reds, bright greens, bright yellows, oranges, like whites, and these all grow. And they also wear skirts.
Can you look up like a picture, what's
actually,
the place
my
called?
new profile picture is me wearing one of those flower crowns.
So it's
but
you should. But
you could look up. You can look up. What should they look up, Ghazi? Faifa.
The place where you went. What's it
Yeah,
called?
it's Faifa Mountains.
Faifa Mountains.
Faifa.
Yeah, Fayfa, I think.
FAY.
Okay.
Yeah. FIFA بالعربي.
FIFA. مش the FIFA World Cup.
كمل.
Traditional clothes حط هكا ولا yeah هما.
Did you find them?
Yeah, I found one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing. I really had no idea. I think that's Bassam. I think that's the guy that that took me around the region.
Seriously?
Yeah. Ghazi, Bassam ولا
Flower men of Saudi Arabia. Yeah,
he
that's
has
a better picture.
he has a recognizable nose. That's why.
I can't really see it right now.
So yeah, the clothing is similar to Yemen.
Yeah, that's him.
That's him, right? هذاك هو Bassam.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's weird, huh? How like cultures change ساعات هكا in the same country.
Yeah. A lot of people would say like that even the food حتى الماكلة غادي في السود عربية سعودية.
Yeah.
It's basically Yemeni food. Like a lot of people would say, that's Yemeni cuisine.
Even
look at that. Yeah.
Wow.
And like everyone's wearing that. I'm like, how do you
حاطط picture in picture فاكرون؟
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, look at that one. Look at the one with
حط
the
full screen, full
yeah.
screen.
I'm just like,
something.
they're just casually going on like hikes wearing that and like all kinds of stuff.
It is super. Is it comfortable to wear?
I don't know.
I think it's the influence of Africa. They are very close to some.
Sure. It's بالله اللي بالأصفر هذاك. It's comfortable to walk with. بالله اللي بحذاه اللي just هذاك. This is uncomfortable. It's
That's
very beautiful.
I know it's beautiful.
I've
You have
found
to
the
suffer
coffee
to be
shop
beautiful.
owner.
It's very known. Ask any woman.
But look, if he's working with this, I can how? But maybe it's wow. If it doesn't fall off, if like there's a way.
No, it stays on.
I want one. I want one. If it doesn't fall off, wow.
I know, right?
It's super beautiful.
I know.
Wow,
I was just
wow.
when I saw it for the first time, I was like, "Whoa! I've never seen anything like this in my life." It was crazy.
And they are wearing it casually.
Like, not even for holidays. Like they'll just wear it. I'm just like,
I love it.
It has farming in it.
They do farming in it.
Wow. Okay, so quite some moving there. Like there's moving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the guys who run the Mazrat al-Bun are wearing that, like tending to the trees and like harvesting the bun.
And it must smell good also, huh?
Yeah, it does smell good actually. Yeah.
That's amazing.
And you
Must be
feel
a nice
like when
hat.
like the woman's version is like like a circular crown. Mm-hmm. And when I put it on, I felt like a princess wearing it. I was just like, I'm never gonna have. Yeah, it's the woman's version is like what the little kid is wearing.
This one.
No. The one, that one.
Okay.
Yeah, so
It's simple.
it's more simple.
It's like a crown.
Yeah, it's like a crown.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And it must like if it's hot and you have that on you, it's either super hot or super like fresh. You know?
don't know,
because it's like
does it
gives you
insulate
shade.
or does it like yeah.
But if they're wearing it while they are farming, it must be comfortable and fresh, like keep the sweat off or something. It's so and beautiful.
Shasha
I
said
like it.
like I know them. They even have a yearly competition for who has the best floral crown.
Really?
They have a yearly competition, for this. Thank you, Shasha,
I guess I'm not
for
surprised.
the info.
And they also wear daggers. Another part of
Yeah.
their traditional outfit is to wear a little
All
dagger on their
the-
belt.
The daggers, it's present in Yemen, Oman, also like in Kuwait,
Qatar.
and
Okay.
yeah,
So that's
the
kind of a
Khalij.
GCC or Gulf country
Yeah,
yeah,
thing.
probably,
Okay.
yeah. We have a lot of question about Tunis in the comments,
Okay.
so maybe we should
Go back to Tunis.
Yeah,
شوية.
go back. There is a question that caught my eye earlier from Kustu. Have you tried nightlife in Tunisia? Taking
yeah.
into consideration that it's a Muslim country, were you expecting like that lifestyle?
Having been to Lebanon, which like, I don't know, I wouldn't say it's like 50-50 Muslim Christian, but it's like there's a split, you know.
Yeah.
I think it's majority Muslim, I want to say, but don't quote me on that. I guess coming from like a country like Lebanon, it wasn't like, it didn't blow my mind that like Tunisia could have like alcohol, you know, or have a nightlife. But yeah, I mean, I was a little surprised about that. I haven't really made like that. Like I've made videos about alcohol, like Tunisian alcohols, like the ones that are made here, but I haven't made that many. I don't think I've made a video about the nightlife here because I just.
But did you go around like
But yeah,
sometimes?
I've been around. I've been around.
Oh, I've been
of
around.
course.
I have seen stuff.
I have seen things.
Okay. And from a point of view, like if you compare it to just like say Europe or something, would you say like Tunisians like to party?
I would say Tunisians like the party. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to. I've stayed away from like the crazier things, I would say, because I'm not like a club person myself. I'm not like a. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like I've been to bars and stuff. And Tunisians like to have a good time. Yeah. Yeah. I would say so.
Talking about Lebanon.
Yeah.
Where you
تخرج من تونس.
we talked a lot about Tunisia.
Yeah, yes,
I want to
yeah.
talk about
هي
other
تعيش
countries.
وين هي تعيش وين.
Yeah, I want to ask her about the other countries like Lebanon and Korea.
ايه ما خاطر عندنا برشا كسكروتات فما شكون سألك على كسكروت لبلابي.
الماك لا تنجيوها الماك لا تنجيوها هذيك.
ايه برشا خاطر اسأل على تونس هذاك علاش.
Yeah, I know. We can like do here
أكثر
and there.
شيء انترسي العباد الماكلة راهو.
Yeah, I know. That's why I
Everywhere.
prepared something about food, exactly. So Lebanon, weren't you a little bit scared because it's like, let's say, بلاصة سخونة كما نقولوا في تونس. بلاصة فيها برشا conflicts and all. Did you like feel a little bit scared? Did you see some kind of violence?
I did feel scared. I didn't see any violence. There was no shooting. Like you look up videos on YouTube from other vloggers and you see like Tripoli, you know, like with the gunshots in the wall or whatever, and it leads you to believe that like you're gonna get shot or something if you go to Lebanon. No. It was super safe. I even made a friend who was in the military, and he took me to like his small village in the mountains, and we had to pass through Hezbollah controlled land on the way there. And he was just like, yeah, like don't engage with anyone, you know, like don't go looking for trouble. Don't be obvious about the fact that you're an American, like here, you know, just be low key and
Were it in the south of
no,
Tripoli?
it was in the north.
The north.
Yeah,
Okay.
like to the west of or to the east of
Okay.
Beirut. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, like I will say like I've been to Jordan, and it was funny because like when I was driving down to what was it? Wadi Rum in Jordan from Petra, I saw signs on the highway for Saudi Arabia. Just like, this is just a quick aside. And I was just like, I remember calling my mom and being like, Mom, I saw a sign, like, and this was 2017. Yeah, 2017. And like, you know, so they hadn't really opened up like to tourists yet or to the world. So I was like, Mom, I saw a sign to Saudi Arabia. Like, I'm so scared. I'm scared that I'm like this close to that country, you know? Because I thought like if I got too close, I didn't know what was going to happen to me. And so when I was in Saudi Arabia just now, I was thinking back on that. I remembered that experience and I was like, wow, you know, I've really come like a long way, like on my personal journey, I guess.
How could كيفاش نقولها؟
قولها بالعربي.
بالعربي.
كيفاش امك وابوك قبلوها لانك باش تخرج تمشي تعيش سنين في بلايص معناتها هما maybe معناتها coming from Minnesota. I don't think they would know Tunisia very well or Saudi very well.
جملة.
But so were they okay with you like going and living there for a long time or
بعد لبنان بابا كان يرتاح أكثر أما قبل هو يخاف برشا
he's your
ما
father.
يعرف
he should be like that.
And I'm his only child. I'm their only child. So
No sisters, no brothers.
وحدي.
Shout out. Same here.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Only
child club.
This is very weird because usually
Yeah, I would love to.
Usually parents who have like only child it's quite
They're protective.
yeah, and it must be hard for them to like be always worrying, like is she okay?
My dad was always worrying. I mean, he's no longer with us. Allah yarhamu.
Allah yarhamu, rest in peace.
But yeah, when he was alive, he was always worried about me, like everywhere I went. But شوي بشوي, he is a little bit like close-minded when it comes to travel, especially like he's close-minded when it comes to Muslims. Like I would say in particular, he was a little bit racist towards Muslims, and like because in Minnesota. We have a large Somali population. Like I would say it's Somali. Yeah, Somalians live like in Minnesota in
normal,
large numbers.
Normal. Somalia and Minnesota have a grand history.
They have the exact same weather.
I know, right? I'm like, out of all the places in the U.S., like for them to come to Minnesota.
Yeah.
No, but they got placed in Minnesota. There was like some organization, you know, that was helping refugees come and live in the U.S. And they chose Minnesota. I'm sure the Somalians would not have chosen Minnesota if they had the choice. But yeah, like I think Minnesota has the largest population of Somalians in like the whole United States. So like. And you see, you know, it's like a different world. Like for conservative, like white, you know, Christian families, it's like putting them with like Somalians is quite the culture clash. Yeah,
that's not smart at all.
It's not easy to integrate those two groups of people.
Yeah.
So my dad, like بشوية بشوية, he learned a lot about like the fact that, you know, the world's not that scary. He didn't like flying. So that was why I never got to show him like, you know, firsthand. But he watched all of my videos. Like he was a diehard fan.
He changed his mind.
Yeah, it changed his mindset a little bit. Yeah, like he came to believe that there are good people everywhere, and like just because it's a Muslim country doesn't mean all the people there are bad.
And mostly people are people, and no matter how hard the government all governments sometimes try to like.
Brainwash us.
Yeah, and
exactly.
you know, put the blame on like or create an enemy. It's like I'm sure you know, like for example in the United States, it's always either Russia, even in movies.
Yeah.
Like there's a Russian, but
Villain.
Russia doesn't like the Russian people. They don't care. They live in Russia. And American people, they don't care about Russian, but. If you ask like one to move to another, maybe they will start to have like prejudice.
Yeah.
And like from movies or from what they hear. Yeah. But usually people are people everywhere. Like we have the same needs, same ambitions, same. We like to care for one another. I remember I show Speed. No, the Speed, the guy like streamer. He's a like very known streamer. Yeah,
I don't know.
I didn't know him before. I knew him like this year.
So now I'm the old person who doesn't know.
No,
I got you there.
I'm the old woman now.
You can't compete with me on this. Anyway, this guy like he's very very famous and even worldwide. Like you said, he's people come up to him in the streets.
Okay, yeah.
And the more he traveled, the more he got fans from all over the world. And lastly, he went to China.
Yeah.
Which is
okay,
like,
yeah, I do know him. Yeah, my Chinese friend sent me his China stuff. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he changed apparently.
The brainwash that America propaganda for 20 years, he broke it down with some videos.
With like one stream.
Really?
Yeah, because you could see live what the
what's
Chinese
happening.
people are
Yeah.
doing. And they were like, oh, you want food? You want, come here. It's free. Don't pay. It's like the same thing, like in Tunisia, you know?
Yeah.
So, and he has like, maybe the fan base is equal to like the CBS, CNN, and all of them combined, probably. Like all
he
of
has like more than
crazy.
20 million
Huge.
followers.
He even did Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
He did
Saudi Arabia.
he did Saudi Arabia. Yeah.
And he's like, wherever he goes, him and other, even like you know, the people that travel and show the real stuff, like not the hotel,
Not the-
Golden
yeah.
Tulip Hotel. It's not even, it's like an international, but they show the rural places and the people and the interactions. Even if there's a dangerous interaction, they show it. I think I love it because it breaks down the
Stigmas.
prejudice and the stigma that you have about like Saudi Arabia, what happened now with your videos. I'm pretty sure people will be considering it, you know?
Yeah, actually, like even Ghazi's parents, before we left, you know, like because he's just started joining me, like traveling, and his mom was like, I don't know, like I have this bad feeling about Saudi Arabia, like something, you know, I have a feeling. She's like, I have a feeling my son's not gonna come back home to me, like, and like after we came back, she was like, okay, you changed my mind. Now I want to go. Like, yeah. Because she thought it was just the like Hajj or the Umrah. Like that was the only reason why she would go.
Yeah. That's what media tells them. And we have like so many like comments about that, the fact that media change perspective for our people. And I think good content like what we are doing now, like your vlogs, they worked on your father, they could work on many others also.
Sure.
And I hope they do.
We
I
can
mean,
break some walls there, and we need to do it.
the only problem is that like the only thing that holds it back is like making sure the content gets shown to the right people, which is hard. Like I don't have all the control over that, you know. Like I can do my best to try to make it like,
And consistency, you know, you keep doing your stuff, which is fantastic. Keep just you know, keep doing it, and eventually it will grow. People like to consume that stuff. We are tired from
the negative.
And the format of like TV, you know, with commercial and loud new hair for it's always cut and like fast pace. The vlog feels real. Like also podcasts are now more popular than news and stuff like that, because it feels real. When you have someone talking like a guest, you can see that it's not cut. You see the guest doing like, it just feels real. That's it. And have you had some friends like wanting to, like close friends wanting to come to Tunis after seeing like some of your videos? Either from your family or like from the US.
You had Nathan.
I did.
Nathan over and your mom.
I actually succeeded in bringing a couple people over. I brought my mom. My mom
Tunisia?
came, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
She loved Tunisia. Unfortunately, my dad died during her visit to Tunisia, so she had to cut it short. But she was loving Tunisia, and I was really happy she was here. And I actually brought my cousin to visit as well.
Wow.
And he had a great time.
Nice.
So
We had some good questions. Like today, chat is on fire. They are on fire.
That's great.
There is one question that I know. I think I know the answer. Is like, is Tunisia the only African country you visited?
no, I've been to Egypt.
You've been to Egypt before?
yeah.
Okay.
Have you seen the pyramids up close?
No, I avoided the pyramids.
Okay, good. That's good.
مشيت الإسكندرية.
Okay.
أكاهو. مشيتش القاهرة.
Cousteau asking another great question. Have any governmental institutions such as tourism ministry or cultural ministry contacted you for any type of collaboration?
Yeah, actually, I worked with the U.S. Embassy here in Tunis to make a video about the amphitheater in El Jem. And because the U.S. Embassy has invested a lot of money to restore the El Jem amphitheater, the Coliseum. So they wanted to make a video with me to like highlight that, you know, like being kind of the bridge between Americans and Tunisians, because they felt like I don't know, blend with the Tunisians really well, or like have this way with them.
Yeah.
I've also, I don't know if I can like say a funny story about Really? Ghazi, do I have your approval?
Yeah. It's the perfect time for it.
Okay, I wanted to say it earlier. Okay,
Yeah.
so the what was it? The Tunisian Ministry of Tourism contacted me. They were like, we've got this award ceremony and we want you to be a VIP guest. And I was like, wow. And they're like, put together this 4-minute video like highlighting your work, and then put together this like 5-minute speech that you're gonna give when you're up on stage. And I was like, wow, okay, I must be like a really important person at this ceremony, right? I go there, I'm sitting down, you know, I've got people like you know, Gharmoul. I've got like Gharmoul next to me. I've got like other people who make amazing content, you know, with drones, all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, oh, you're here too? Like, you're here. Like, I didn't know. They didn't tell me anything about the event. And they're like, slowly, they start telling me like what the event is for. So apparently it's a competition that they've had for like a year, where people are supposed to make like the best video to promote tourism in Tunisia in 3 different categories. And so I'm like, I didn't make a video promoting tourism specifically for this like thing. Are they just gonna submit one of my videos like under consideration like anyway without me, because I didn't know about it? And I'm like, maybe I'm gonna get like an actual award, because I don't know, there were like thousands of dinars on the table. I'm like, maybe I'm gonna get thousands of dinars or something. Like maybe I won 20,000. Yeah, wow. 20,000 dinars. I was like, wow, that's a lot of money. I'm not prepared for this, you know, like this is big. And then like I'm waiting. Like I come to the realization that I'm probably not going to get an award, you know, like, because I had to have applied like myself, right? So I'm like, why am I here? Like, then I'm just confused. And then like I asked the program guy, because it's like, first of all, the thing started late because the minister was late. Like the main
Even
guy.
the minister he's late.
He was late.
Every Tunisian is late. Even I'm late.
Oh, I'm late. I picked it up. I picked up the habit, honestly.
We don't have to. No. We don't have to. It's not normal. It's not normal.
We shouldn't normalize it.
We shouldn't be late.
Okay, so the minister was late. We waited like an hour and a half for him, and then the whole thing is just going on and on and on. It's almost midnight, and I'm like, when am I gonna go up? So I'm the type of person, I went and found the guy who's like running around, like telling people like when it's time to do what. And I'm like, okay, he knows when I'm gonna go on. And he's like, he flips through his, you know, papers and stuff. And he's like, oh, you're here. Maybe like a half an hour more and then it's gonna be your turn. And I'm like, okay. So it's finally my turn. They don't play my video at all. That we stayed up like last minute, because they told us last minute we needed to make this video.
Like the 4 minutes video.
The 4-minute video showing off my content took us like maybe 2 hours to put together. They didn't even bother. They I think they even spelled 20Camels wrong or something.
They spelled it wrong.
Yeah, they spelled 20Camels wrong on the
video in Spain, because
we had to make the video in Spain because we were.
That's where you were making the video about Spain.
I was in Spain, and it was the night before we were gonna fly back to Tunisia. And it was 2 nights before the ceremony, the awards event. And they're like, oh, yeah, by the way, you need to come up with a 5-minute speech and a 4-minute video. And I'm just like, what? I'm like, I'm not prepared for this. I got to fly in 5 hours.
And they didn't put it on.
They didn't show it at all. They didn't even let me give a speech. They started speaking Fusha to me on stage, asking me questions in Fusha. I don't speak Fusha. Jimla.
Oh, you don't understand the...
No, I don't.
Who was supposed to get the information? And give the info. What is happening?
And then they give me this gift, and I'm like, okay, at least I got a gift, right? So I'm like, okay, let's see what. I got back to my table. I'm like, let's see what's inside here. And I'm with like some of my friends, and I open it, and it's a vase. It's the most like adi vase,
generic vase
you've ever
seen.
Yeah, I think it was made. It was made by a Tunisian brand, right, Ghazi?
I hope so. I really hope so.
But it was like...
Imagine you flip it back and you find made in China. Oh my God.
But I was like, why did they bring me here? Like that was my experience with the Tunisian Ministry of Tourism.
Not
it was
so great.
Top. 100%.
That's sad. That's very sad.
Yeah, like I don't know. I was just like, okay, this was a little disappointing.
Let's fix that now.
Yeah, if anyone who has any power over that is listening, you guys should fix that. And then most recently, after all the videos that I've made so far in Saudi, I actually like the Saudi Ministry of Tourism got in contact with me, and they were like, hey, you know, like, what are your upcoming plans in Saudi? I'm like, I left Saudi already. And they're like, okay, well, if you want to come back, just let us know. And my friend Bassam, the guy in the south with the flower crown, he's like, Emily, let's go, like, let's do this like backpacking adventure on foot from like Jazan into the mountains in the middle of Saudi Arabia. Like, let's do that.
Wow.
Over like, I don't know, a month, he said, but I'm not going to go back for a month. I'm not doing that for a month. I'm like, okay, 2 weeks, Bassam. And so I pitched this idea to the Ministry of Tourism in Saudi, and they're like, okay, yeah, we'll hook you up with like Saudia Airlines, like, you know, first class, like there and back to Tunisia. And like, we'll give you a budget while you're there to fund the trip to make it happen. And so this is like this is actually my first big like sponsorship, you know, with the government. So
So let's get into.
It's normal. They have, you know,
they have money.
They have money.
They are working.
They have petrol.
And they're trying to attract people.
It's like the amount of vlogs from foreigners in Saudi Arabia skyrocketed like 2 years ago. Like there was
nothing. Yeah,
and then there is a lot. So firstly they are working.
They were encouraging for sure.
Investing.
Yeah.
So let's talk about monetization a little bit. I'm gonna start with the question: like, is YouTube, the revenues from YouTube, enough to pay for your travels and the work that you do?
I would say not by itself. Like, not just the ad revenue by itself isn't enough. Like, slowly, like over time, obviously it's grown. But like for the past year, I would say I wouldn't have been able to support myself, even in Tunisia, with just the YouTube ad revenue. Like after Saudi, like the content in Saudi has been performing a lot better because the RPM, like the amount of money you make per like 1,000 people who watch, it's called revenue per meal. Is higher in Saudi, because like it's not just Saudis who are watching my content, but like more Americans, you know, people from like those types of countries. Whereas like the Tunisia content was very kind of niche, niche to Tunisians.
So you need to have like other types of revenues. You do like when you فكرونا باش حللنا full screen. So you have a shop. You have some merch.
Yeah.
And then you started with the Tunisia merch.
I did, yeah. So I was actually selling the Tunisia merch both online and in person. I was working with like a local printing company.
So they are printed in Tunisia also?
The ones that I was selling here. Okay. But I'm not selling them anymore because actually me and Ghazi were like delivering them ourselves. So like since we're not here like as consistently now, we just put them as like out of stock. But they can find them on like Fourth Wall still if they're out of Tunisia. Like if people are living abroad, you can still find like the shirt, the tote bag, the stickers on my Fourth Wall account, which is in my bio on Instagram. It's just for like international orders.
Okay.
Yeah, so I started with that stuff because, I don't know, I felt like I had a strong enough base in Tunis to, I don't know, for people to actually buy it. Yeah, it worked. People bought it. Yeah, people bought the stuff. It wasn't like a huge revenue stream, but it was like some dinars, you know, to work with.
Yeah, every dinar counts.
Yeah.
And you do guides. That's what I wanted to ask. Like, it's a great idea, first of all.
Thank you.
Like, you are giving yourself some kind of brand that you are the guide for the world, for the European and the American. You are the specialist. You want to give yourself that brand that you lived there. You actually lived there. You know how people deal with things, what you do and what you shouldn't, what they really are, what's stigma and what's reality.
Yeah.
So you made it like in a guide. And it's not very expensive. Seeing the prices like $12 and $20. It's not that expensive.
No, I didn't want them to be super expensive. Especially the one for Tunis. Like I want, I mean, the one for Tunis, I will say, is much more comprehensive. There's a ton of places in there because I've lived here for almost 2 years now. So I just know a lot of places, you know. Yeah. The ones that are going to be coming up for Saudi Arabia, they don't have quite as many places, but like it's more specialized knowledge because like there aren't that many people like who are Westerners who, you know, have like lived the experiences and know like what to look out for, where to like rent cars, where they're not going to reject you because you don't have an international driver's license, and like all of these other things that are
tips
that you run into. Yeah, because Saudi is a much more difficult country to navigate than Tunisia. Much more difficult.
Much more difficult to navigate?
Much more difficult to navigate. It was super tiring to travel
Why?
there. As fun as it was also super tiring.
Like the access to informations are very limited?
Like you don't expect to run into problems, and then like at every step along the way, you run into a problem.
Okay.
Like what?
Like, for example, I tried to rent a car in Riyadh, and I went to the place that like the Visit Saudi people list as like their top endorsed rent-a-car place.
Yes,
and they have tons of locations all around Riyadh.
Okay.
And I walk in there, the guy looks at me, he's like, show me your driver's license. I book online, by the way, so that it's like waiting for me because we're Mazrubin.
Okay.
And
we paid for it online too.
yeah, we paid for it beforehand, yeah.
Okay.
So I assumed there wouldn't be any problems. I didn't see anything about like American driver's licenses not being good enough. The guy's like, let me call my manager. He calls his manager. He comes back. You can't drive the car with this license. I'm like, what do you mean? Like there was nothing online asked me if I had like an international driver's license or not. He's like, okay, well, if you want to drive this car, like you have to have an international driver's license. I'm like, can I get one like now? He's like, yeah, I guess you can. He said, go to a travel agency, you know, nearby. The nearest one is a 30-minute walk. We don't have a car. We have to walk. There's no like public transportation. We walk the 30 minutes. They tell us like, okay, you need a picture. We walk another 20 minutes to the nearest picture place. And then we walk back and they're like, actually our computers aren't working. Could you have 2 hours?
That is not very good.
Yeah. It's just like that. I don't know.
Okay.
It's just like just stuff like that.
I didn't imagine that.
And then like you assume that like everywhere takes like everywhere has a card reader, right? So you assume that they take Visa. They have their own like Visa in Saudi Arabia. It's called MADA, MADA, and like certain stores, especially in Jeddah, like outside of Riyadh, only take cards that are MADA cards.
Okay.
So yeah. So like
yeah, they still have to work on. Some question popped up like twice or three times. Like what about future plans? Do you have any places? I want to rephrase it a little bit. The question. Do you have any places in Tunisia where you haven't been but you're planning to go, or you will have them like on your radar? And in general, what are your future plans, or do you have anything like planned out for the?
Well, for the summer, my plans for Tunisia were to just kind of like relax,
lay back,
yeah,
enjoy your time.
I want to just enjoy. I've never I got my scuba diving license like a couple years ago. I've never scuba dived in Tunisia. I really would love to scuba dive in Tabarka. And I would love to get like an underwater camera and like get some underwater footage of Tunisia. I also want to see those. There's these really beautiful. What are I don't know. Jellyfish. Jellyfish by Mahdeya.
Yeah,
in like
in
a
Mahdeya
beach.
there is also archaeological sites under the water.
Oh really?
Yeah,
I didn't know about that.
There is and Mahdeya is a very historical city.
Yeah, I've been there.
Even from the Roman time. So there is like many. A big part of the city was submerged by the sea, and you can scuba dive and see it. Like there is also so many boats, even Roman boats.
Really?
You can scuba dive and see them in so many. I think Mahdeya is a good spot.
Yeah, I would love to do that. I mean, I don't have to scuba dive to see the jellyfish there, but yeah, I want to get some underwater footage.
Why would you want to see the jellyfish?
Because they're majestic. They're super
dangerous,
cool.
no?
They also glow in the dark.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Our
Okay.
You have jellyfish that glow in the dark, man.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow,
There is
nice.
a very.
But I think this scuba diving wise is maybe the waters in Tabarka are more, let's say,
Suited?
clear. Let's say, and you have like more rocks and ecosystems for fish and stuff like that.
And there's coral too.
Yeah.
The red coral.
Yeah, it's going like not extinct, but it's like
Endangered
it's
or-
rare to see it close. You know, so now they have like, of course, with permits and stuff like that, but you have to go like really and very deep to find big. But you can spot, or I'm sure there are some spots like where you can see it. But the waters are definitely clearer than Mahdiya, for example, or like even Benzart.
Okay.
But that's like a tip.
Another topic.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
There is a very cute comment I want to read. Guys, this is from Maisa. Guys, tell Emily that sometimes when I feel homesick, I watch her videos and yours too, about talking about us. It's heartwarming in a way because I live in a place that no Tunisian are in sight.
Oh, that must.
Yeah, she must be
That must
living
be really hard.
Yeah, outside like the. But we have a lot of listeners, Tunisian listeners or watchers in Europe. Viewers, yeah. Thank you. Watchers. Isn't that a creature or something?
Yeah, it's from BioShock. The Watchers.
But they like when they live in Europe or Canada or stuff like that. You know you must imagine a Tunisian couple, for example, or a Tunisian family living outside with no Tunisian neighbors. And like you said, in Europe or in the States, people are reserved. You can't talk to anyone easy and stuff like that. It must be like very difficult for Tunisian to live outside. So our podcast hopefully helps a little bit to have like, they listen to us for that.
Yeah.
Mamadou said أقوى guest. أنتي أقوى guest. For real.
Really?
Yeah.
مامادو.
شاشة أرجع لأول بودكاست حكينا على
شاشة تسأل على الباك جراوند عندها
educational
chemical engineering.
Yeah.
Are you into that? Like, do you like it?
So I really like chemistry. I'm fascinated by chemistry. I still have like TikTok videos that I watch, where they like, I don't know if you've seen the ones where they have like two different substances on either side of the petri dish, and then they add water, or they add it into some kind of water or medium, and then when they meet, they make this like beautiful explosion of color in the middle, and then it grows out. Like, I don't know, just stuff like that. Like, I'm fascinated about science and how that works, but maybe someday I would go back to it, but I know I'd be making a lot more money if I had gone down that path. But I'm super happy doing this for now. I don't know when I will stop. If I will stop, I don't know where my career is gonna lead me. So I'm just kind of taking it step by step for now.
Maybe someday you'll find like to add the both together. Like, you'll be, for example, collecting samples from beaches all over the world to like a laboratory or something. That would be like traveling and working chemistry.
Or you're making more content about chemistry.
By this point, I feel like if I was trying to get hired by any company, like for chemical engineering, I'd have to go back to school because it's been so long now.
Yeah.
So that's the problem.
For sure. For sure. So, do you know شو اسمه بالانجلي Jugurtha's table or
I have never been there,
okay,
but I've seen it from afar. Like, actually, the one time I wanted to go there, I didn't have my passport on me, and like there's security checks, and like we didn't really like.
Wait, what are you talking about? Like the passport?
Yeah. I was with Ghazi, and he told me like
you need a passport to go. Okay.
No control papier.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I've even seen videos of tourists who've gone there, like, I don't know, Americans, I think they were, maybe Europeans. And there's sometimes like police cars will escort them to.
Oh, okay.
Jugurtha.
Yeah. Makes sense. For them, they must be like scared.
Yeah, I think they just don't want anything to happen,
Yeah, of course.
Ahmed asked, did she like Trump?
No politics.
No politics, guys.
No politics. No one likes Trump.
I think Ahmed, you can guess.
Do I look like a person who likes Trump?
China. I've been to China lately.
So, you have...
Unbelievable.
Do you want...
the best.
Exactly.
It's the best.
He's been
ever.
to Saudi lately also.
I know. I was
He makes making like deals and
oh, he's getting gifts.
Getting billions.
Yeah, he's getting gifts over there in Qatar too.
yeah, Qatar and UAE.
Yeah.
So if we can start like our little game
Oh,
here.
the game.
So we're having a tier list.
تعطينا فول سكرين ولا picture in picture.
تنبدلوا.
Okay.
به. So we have like 5 tiers. Delicioso
Okay.
is the first one. I like it. It's okay. Meh. Nope.
Okay.
I have like I made like small selection of the most known dishes.
Okay.
Salty one, not sweet one. I didn't.
Okay.
It's all like salty dishes.
The sweet one are from Radus, that's known.
Oh, yes,
We-
Best
absolutely.
are
Yes,
from
yes.
And
Radus.
you like more sweet or sour or salty?
Salty.
Yeah. Okay. So we will start with Brick.
Delicioso.
Tool.
Okay, no questions
It's a heavy
asked
hitter.
there.
It's a heavy hitter. Brick.
It is, yeah.
And here we go for
Ajja.
Ajja now on the
Ajja
second
delicioso.
lane.
Also delicioso. Ajja بالمرقاز.
بالمرقاز.
Did you try it with different
I
things
have,
like
yeah. Like
Chevret.
بالشبرت. It's not as good.
it's
and
not as good.
escalope. You know, is my opinion, but I think Ajja with something other than merguez is just not Ajja, it's improvisation.
Yeah, it
let's say.
doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel right to me. It has to have merguez.
Yeah, me too.
Really?
كفتاجي.
Okay, with the
Oh,
champion
Kapteji.
Kapteji going on the...
I like it.
I like it.
I like it.
It's like spicy a little bit for you. Do you like spicy food?
I like spicy food. It's not the spice is never the problem in Tunisia. I can handle the spice. ناكل حار. ناكل حار.
تونسية
This is a
انت
bit-
Hey,
تونسية
تونسية ولي تونسية راهو.
Yes.
أمريك.
طيب. The problem with the thing that makes it not delicioso for me is
much
the
oil.
consistency.
Consistency.
Like the whole like runny egg thing. As an American, I'm not used to eating. At least in my household,
Okay,
we didn't
okay.
really like.
May I
Cook our
ask,
eggs like that.
Where did you try Kapteji?
I've tried kefteji like downtown. There's this historical place in.
Okay,
the
that's
best one.
okay.
Yeah,
If you
I've
didn't
tried
like
it there.
the
No,
Louis-
I
okay.
like it. It's. I look at where it is on the list.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah.
I didn't say I didn't like it,
You're right. I'm sorry. Yeah.
but that's what's holding it back from being like.
Okay.
When I think if I don't think about the fact that there's the runny egg in there when I'm eating the kefteji, it's like amazing. But
Okay.
like the moment I start thinking about it, I'm like, you know.
راديوس قالت كونديسيون يكون كفتاجي تاع راديوس. راديوس said
Oh
Yeah,
really?
yeah, she
Oh,
has
now
very good
she's
Kapteji also.
okay.
كسكسي بالعلوش.
كسكسي بالعلوش.
Or you can say كسكسي in general.
كسكسي.
I chose like the typical one. كسكسي بالعلوش.
كسكسي, I like it.
I like it.
I like it, yes.
طاجين.
Tagine, I like it.
كمونية.
Meh.
ما. Did you try it many times or one
Yes,
time?
many times. Ghazi's mom cooks it all the time.
But you don't like it.
It's meh.
It's meh.
It's meh.
You prefer not to eat it.
I prefer not to eat it. Yeah.
أنا سامحني بعد.
She doesn't like the liver.
I don't like, yeah.
Me too. I don't like
okay.
the
Yeah.
liver.
Really?
Yeah, I eat it, but I don't especially like it. I
So-
don't like the texture.
Would you put it in the meh category as
Yes.
well? Okay, so
Me
we're
too. I would eat it if I was hungry. I don't have food.
yeah, if you don't have anything else, right? Like if that's the
Or if it's
I would eat wood, man. If I'm hungry.
tree bark.
ذاك طاجين.
طاجين.
أما شنو هو الطاجين؟
أنا-
Because طاجين نهو خاطر
أنا
عندنا
حطيت
برشا.
most typical طاجين like eggs
With the chicken.
chicken.
Have you
or-
tried
Yeah.
ملسوقة؟ طاجين ملسوقة؟
I think so, right, Ghazi? I defer. Yeah,
Do you confirm?
I've tried it. Yeah.
شو اسمه؟
ملوخية.
ملوخية.
ملوخية, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
Okay. It was weird the first time you tried it.
It was weird the first time I tried it. The first time I tried it was on قرقنا.
قرقنا.
They were like, I don't know, the woman who prepared it, well, somebody else prepared it, but she served it to me. She's like, she was a little scared to have me try it. She was like, I don't know, this is kind of a weird dish for most foreigners. Like, you're probably not going to like it. So she served me one tiny piece of meat, like this size, about, with like the sauce, you know? And I was just like, what is this? The first time I tried. I've had good ملوخية, like really good ملوخية and I've had really like meh or like bad ملوخية.
Yeah, you can make it bad easy. Yeah.
So like that's why I say it's okay.
Did you try it, the ملوخية of the east of Egypt and
No.
they have very different
Very
ملوخية.
different.
I did not know that there was more than one type of ملوخية until like Tunisians started talking about it, and then I know there's like this big rivalry or like
Yeah, I don't call it rivalry. It's not similar at all.
It's not rivalry because we would win easy. No questions asked. But of course it has to be like very good ملوخية made by like a family.
made by Redus.
راديوس قالت معقودة
بالرنجة
بالرنجة دي واحدة راديوس. احنا كنا with the most
لحظة شوية.
ورز جربي عندها برشا أسئلة. استنى شوية راديوس.
قال إمنا قالت the brick usually have runny egg in it.
I don't know. With the brick, it's not a problem for some reason.
Even if it's
Even if it's runny, yeah,
okay.
even if it's
Okay,
runny.
Maybe
Maybe-
because we can like
Yeah,
drink it
I
from
think so.
from up.
It feels
doesn't-
contained.
Yeah.
You know, it feels
Exactly.
contained.
It doesn't fall off or something
Yeah.
unless it gets punctured. Sometimes I hate it, like when the
Oh,
brick
me
is
too.
leaking
And then it
like
leaks
that.
out of the bottom of the
Yeah.
brick.
I
Oh.
love it. Me, I love it.
Really?
It's like,
You're like-
Psychopath.
He's ready to just get like
yeah, I
down
love
and
runny,
dirty. Into
Actually,
the
I
brick.
love runny eggs a lot. Like I even like there is certain time in my life I was eating even raw eggs.
Oh my god.
I've had the مروب. I have had the مروب.
مروب is good.
Yeah, I've had
Mraub
the
is nice. Okay.
مروب because of the spices.
The spices, yeah,
the
are
spices
amazing.
are great.
And the perfect temperature.
And
Yeah.
have you tried to do mraub at like at home?
No,
Apparently,
I don't
it's-
trust myself.
Apparently, it's very hard.
It never works.
Yeah, exactly.
نعطيكم
Razi.
ريسيت.
تفضل.
But I have a very easy way to do it. Like you bring water to a boil, even not like just reaching the boiling sea. You put the egg, you close the lid, you close the fire,
Yeah.
you let it there for 3 minutes, and it's ready.
And
Yeah,
it's
but
perfect.
that's not how they do it. هكا ولا؟
They do like a big batch.
Yeah, but usually the mraub stand, it's like usually the big bowl on fire, and it's
Yeah.
always running, and
Yeah.
they always taking out eggs and putting eggs. Yeah.
لا مش لا بالباتش.
Yeah, but you can see them
Yeah,
put
they-
and
they
then
were-
take out.
لا-
Who of it? The thing is, this is one that does it. Who told me like
Okay.
after insisting, he was like, okay, first of all, you have put a lot of salt in the water so that the egg detach from the shell.
Yeah.
So when you just put it like that, it will fall off. It will not remain in there. And then he was like, you can check if the egg is ready or not. He spins it. But here's the part that I forgot. It's either you spin the egg and it goes up like this, or when you spin it, it stays like this. It's either
One of them.
one or the other. But he can figure out if it's ready or not,
You can think
because
about
he spins him like that, and he see which
Where
one
it
is
settles.
Yeah, I
ready
think
or
it's-
it's
وانا
not.
عمرنا مش نعرفه.
صحيح هيك.
انا اعطيتك طريقه سهله. اسمعني اعطيتك طريقه سهله. هو يعطيك طريقه نتاع واحد يخدم عيار.
صحيح. ما نحب العباد تخدم على رواحها شو هي.
سهله راه برسمي 3 دقائق في ماء يغلي جست طفي الماء وغطي ومن بعد برده. Just the trick is not to let the egg continue the cooking. You have to stop the cooking with cold
And take
water.
them out.
Yeah,
Oh, and use
even using
okay.
cold water or running water. So I guess
لا
you
تستطلق
don't
يا
like
فنان يا ترونك.
عايشي. So I guess you don't like صحن تونسي.
تونسي مeh. Meh.
It's meh.
Meh.
Me personally, I love صحن تونسي because I think it's the most healthy dish we have in Tunisia. It's very healthy.
True.
You can get the microphone a little closer to you.
True.
No, you can lean down, but get
Oh,
close.
okay. It comes with me.
Yeah. ملاوي مطبقة ذي.
مطبقة. Oh, I don't remember like eating مطبقة.
Oh.
It's not something.
Emily.
Oh.
It's similar to the خبز بالشحم that we tried in cave.
Oh.
Pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
It's close to the خبز بالشحم.
Yeah, because usually mtabga is done with the shham a little bit, but inside you put like shakshuka, like some pepper, onion, and sauce like that. And
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Then I would say I like it.
Okay, you like the taste of shham?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I wasn't expecting to, but
fricassee.
fricassee, I like it. But like it's just so oily. That's the only thing
you get one.
Yeah,
and that's all.
Oh no.
How
Is this Osben?
Yes, just answering some questions like I have something read. No, 8 minutes for the egg. 8 minutes is too much. 8 minutes you will get hard, like the white will be cooked and the yellow will start to be cooked at 8 minutes. But 3 minutes if you have the
إذا
white.
تحبها كيما المراوب.
إذا تحبها كيما المراوب. مثلا you know ramen, the egg when you do in the ramen bowls, Japanese, like you have a runny yellow and the hard white. That's 8 minutes. She looks like Simons from Epica.
Simone Simmons.
Simone Simmons. I don't know the
I don't
singer.
know who that is.
Anyway, it looks like you.
Okay.
No, it's not true. Emily's way more beautiful than Simone Simmons.
Oh, thank you.
Of course. She lives in Tunisia.
Have the Tunisian Mediterranean
The
sun,
air.
Osben is nope.
Nope. Yeah,
That's
it's
a
either
no.
you love it or you hate it.
Actually,
But don't tell Ghazi's mom.
Actually, I don't like عصبان either.
Oh, really?
I eat it, but I don't like it. أنت يا غازي تحب العصبان؟
Hey.
موت على العصبان.
اللبلابي.
Leblebi delicioso.
Oh.
I love the leblebi. Even though it has the runny egg, I don't know why. Like it mixes with the bread,
With
you
the
know,
bread,
it gets
yes.
soaked in somehow.
And the olive oil and the harissa. And
I really do like the
one of the best
leblebi.
I
dishes in the world.
love لبلابي. Me too. رز جربي. How جاكم رز جربي؟ الناس كل تسأل على الرز جربي.
Delicioso.
It's one of my favorite
Oh,
also.
yeah.
رز جربي is
Yeah.
amazing.
I feel like it's also one of the easiest dishes for like Westerners, you know, to like get on board with because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like it's just rice, you know, like and what is it,
Rice
chicken?
and vegetables
and vegetables.
yeah,
You
and
can do
Yeah.
chicken, you
or
can do
meat
beef,
or,
you can do.
Yeah, it's like it's something recognizable for
Yeah, it's
us,
easy
you
to
know,
make,
like
yeah.
there's nothing exotic in there, like it's
Yeah,
just
there-
good.
You're making us roast jerby tomorrow.
I didn't say I was an expert at making. I can make you a rice dish, but it's gonna be white. It's gonna be a white person rice dish. Very simple. Unless
But-
someone wants to teach me how to make roast jerby.
I feel you're expert in tasting.
Yes.
So
yes.
Ghazi should be the one who's cooking.
Oh.
And you will be the one who's eating and say, meh, delicioso, and you know.
I never got a meh.
He
Nice.
has never gotten.
Oh,
them.
nice, so
That's
nice.
true.
It's on then. شنو هذيك؟
ملاوي.
Oh, mlewi delicioso.
Wait, I have
love
something
mlewi.
to say now. Mlewi is just the bread,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay.
Okay, that's what you mean by mlewi.
No, I mean it like a dish here, like a sandwich.
Yeah.
But it's a bread. It's not a
Yeah,
sandwich,
because
obviously.
mlewi مثلا with ملوخية is
It
not
could work.
like mlewi with.
Yeah, it's a bread. It's a medium. It's a good medium.
When I said delicioso, I was referring to the mlewi sandwich that you
Okay.
get, like, you know.
What
on
do
the
you put in
street.
it?
I put I put
Harissa,
harissa,
سلطة
salata mishwaya. I don't put mayonnaise. I don't eat mayonnaise.
صحيت إيميلي صحيت.
should-
The first person who put mayonnaise in mlewi should be hanged.
I do like
Really?
mayonnaise in my mlewi.
فما شكون يحطوا المايونيز في الفريكاسي.
No, fricassee no.
I'm out of here. Come on, it's getting ridiculous now.
فريكاسي.
I'm ملاوي نحبها.
Okay, I put harissa, salata mishwaya. What else? I put jben. I put
Tuna.
slata.
Okay.
Ken fama slata.
Yeah.
I put adam.
Like omelette ولا عظمة?
Omelette.
Omelette.
ولا عظمة. Like
Okay.
شنو فم depends on what
What
they
you're
have.
having.
And of course برشا زيتون.
Like زيتون.
نحب الزيتون. موت الزيتون.
Do you like pickles? ما أنت برشا.
Oh
pickled
yeah,
things.
yeah. But I don't like the torshi salad. It's too salty for me.
Okay.
That's like too much. Yeah.
Okay. مدفونة. Did you try مدفونة?
مدفونة. I love مدفونة. Delicioso.
Oh.
Madfuna is one
صح
of the
فكرون.
weirdest dishes because when you look at it, you don't expect it to taste like that.
No, you
It's
don't.
very weird, huh?
Yeah, super weird. I wasn't.
Maisa, the one that sent the cute message, said I'm drooling. You should be.
That's
They
the
need to-
point,
I'm
Maisa.
sorry, Maisa, I'm
That
sorry.
is the point.
ميسا كي تجي تونس يجي تنفرحوا بيك.
إيه إيجا
نواكلوك.
إيجا.
bon بازرهم استفعوا بيك داركم احنا تنوكلوك زيادة. You were saying something, I'm sorry I cut you up.
No, I was just saying madfuna, you wouldn't expect it to taste how it does.
Did you eat it with the like hargma and did you like hargma?
I've had hargma. I've had liblebi bil hargma. But I don't think I've had the madfuna with hargma.
It's cooked with hargma.
Is it? Okay, then I guess yeah, probably I have. I had it I think the only place I've had madfuna is in Dar Slah in the Medina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fakrun's mother is a great cook also, and she make like a great matfuna.
Really?
Yeah, she's a great cook.
Oh, I want to try that.
And the king of salads.
Oh, salata mishwaya. I like it. I have to say, it's not my favorite salad ever. Like, I'm not like moot aleha, but it's good. It's a good salad.
And I feel salata mishwaya shouldn't be the main dish.
No.
Like it should be accompanying something.
Yeah. Yep.
Also, yeah, I forgot to tell, like the sismo mlewi. Have you tried maybe before mlewi putting the salata tunisiya?
Oh yes, of course.
That's
I've
like
never
a cheat
tried that.
code.
Really?
You know the salata tunisiya, it's like cucumber and tomato and and cut like very little.
Oh, maybe I have tried that actually. Yeah.
Oh,
it's
like
good.
a very upgrade. Yeah, I forgot to talk about it, but it's like a cheat code in mlewi sandwiches.
واتساب بشير شبيك جي روتار
بشير جاك شنو هو بشير
في باليش لايف امبارح شفتك رياكتيت على الستوري
تيليتا الكلنا بدينا روتار وانت هكا بتسمى ما عادش روتار سي با بروفيسيونيل
لا بشير اسمع شنو عقبو
دلتا كابا
and the final dish that if I didn't put it here مهدي would kill me
شنو هي؟
نواصر
شنو
نواصر بالعلوش
tragedy. You haven't eaten Nwasser Ghazi?
I don't think so.
Ghazi.
You see, now you're asking Ghazi.
Ghazi, listen to me. Your mission, whether you choose to accept it or to accept it. بالحق راهو غازي يلزمها تذوق نواصر معناها.
It sounds like a name. Sounds like someone's when
you
first. I was waiting for a Nwasser to like show up or something when you said it and then I realized, oh, that's the name of the dish.
Yeah.
I'm like, shkuno.
Wait. Okay, so it usually gets confusing because maybe you've eaten it before in Tunis. It's like squares. It's like squares. It's like, you know, pasta.
Yeah.
But
Emily, you've seen it in dessert, but you haven't tried it.
When did I see it in
They make the sweet version of it.
the sweet version.
They make something sweet out of the Nwasser.
Wow, أنا ما نعرفش هذا.
Emily, what's the thing that?
Oh, is that the thing with with like the little pasta? Yeah, I've had it. Yeah.
It's like squares.
Yeah. It's like kind of like pasta.
Yeah,
It's
and
pasta.
it's cooked on vapor.
Yep. I've had it.
Okay.
I've had it.
How do you like it?
I love it. Yeah, it's delicioso.
Really?
Yeah, I love
it's
it.
not because I've said that.
No.
it's because she was
It's
scared
good.
of you.
It's really good. No, I'm not scared of you. I promise.
No, I'm not scared, but like maybe I.
No.
I influenced that.
I couldn't tell what the stuff on the bottom was from the small picture.
Okay,
but
tell them about the sweet thing.
which sweet thing?
The
Maybe.
thing that Ellie showed you.
The rfisa.
رفيسة.
في بنزرت.
Not Rfisa, no.
The
مدموجة ولا
during Ramadan or what?
Ramadan, yeah.
اللي عملوها بالدويدة الجويدة ذيك.
I think they do something sweet.
كعب بنواصر مربعين.
كعب نواصر مربعين. Wow.
Yeah. They think they put zhar in there as well, right, Ghazi?
Yeah, and dates.
And
كان فما في
Anjara.
جارة ميرسي في الكومنتات.
Anjara, yeah. That's
ميرسي
what it's called.
ميسة أنشدت.
Thank you, Maisa.
I don't
Yeah.
know this.
أما
They
نجارة
make
في
it in
بالي
بنزرت.
نجارة في بالي like type of noodles usually making with
هذيك
type of
الطايف.
noodles. لا نجارة
Okay.
ما في باليش بالنواصر. أول مرة نسمعها.
For me, نواصر with علوش or بقري, like meat.
He is like
Sheep.
in the last 30 episodes. He would mention Nwasser Ba'aloush
It's
in
an honorable
each
mention
episode.
to the best dish
was
made
like-
in Tunisia.
It's like eat the fucking thing and leave us alone.
Does it?
I eat it almost every day. So,
Oh, really?
yeah, like once a week.
Okay.
But it's because I feel like couscousi Okay, it's an excellent dish. And luckily in Tunis, like if you compare the whole Tunis, like Tunis Jamhuriya, the Republic, if you compare it to other countries that have couscous, I think we have the most. I have many couscous. We have many.
The biggest variety of.
Exactly.
Okay,
the biggest,
yeah.
We have like yellow, like.
Yeah, I like the one bilhout.
Gasrin.
I like the one asfar bilhout.
Exactly.
I love that one. Yeah.
There's in Gasrin also. They make a special like very yellow, like the table. You know the cloth on the table. It's like yellow like that, but the meat is very dark. They have like their way to cook it. It like madfuna, it doesn't look tempting, but when you eat, it's like something different. And we have also couscous with legume, just the vegetables. We have couscous. Yeah, exactly.
Burskin, yeah, I like the burskin.
But nwasser, it's like you can't find it otherwise in like outside of Tunis.
Really?
It's like it's common because it used to be made traditionally with hands, you know, and like halilm also stuff
I've
like
had
that.
halilm too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And nwasser, it's either with chicken or with meat, different kinds of meat, or even with just vegetables. It has something to it.
It has some kind of flavor, some kind of consistency. Like it's so satisfying when you bite into the nwasser.
That's what I don't understand. But I like nwasser. I eat nwasser.
Yeah.
Yesterday, my dinner was nwasser بالبقري.
Okay.
It was like when it made with the sauce made with a good harissa Arabi.
Yeah.
It's an amazing dish. I love it. But I don't find it satisfying when I eat it. I don't feel the fulfillment you're talking about. I have the same problem like with شو اسمها ملوخية. Even with ملوخية, I don't feel. I eat a little. I eat, and I don't feel fulfilled. Not like couscous. When I eat couscous, I like.
You're full. You're stuffed.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, ملوخية, it looks like an extraterrestrial dish.
It does, yeah.
For witches, like for rituals.
And you know, fun fact about it, it's very good to like relieve the stress. Not even relieve. It kind of tunes you down, you know, and like it.
Because you're in a food coma afterwards, or
No. Even if like you eat a little bit of it, but the plant apparently has like some
properties.
Yeah, properties of like reducing the
anxiety,
tension, also like the blood pressure. الملوخية معناتها تهفت الأعصاب طايح شوية في تنسيون. ذيك علاش هو البلان نتاع الملوخية تاكل منه كي برشا تحس روحك من بعد like قلقت. Like you're because it has some properties. So
I didn't know that.
My personal advice to have ملوخية with macarona, for example, because ملوخية alone, and also it doesn't look like it finishes. Like you go like this and it goes back, like the Red Sea, Black Sea apparently.
We need to try it like Akiko did with rice. We had Akiko on the guest on the podcast. She's half Japanese, half Korean. She's living here in Tunisia. She make like good content.
I might have seen her videos.
You need to
for
meet
sure,
her.
Akiko, yes.
Akiko, okay.
The page is Ako.
AKO or ACO?
Akokate,
yes.
Akokate. She's a great person. She's so cute and so amazing. You need to meet her.
I will.
Oh, yeah.
Try my best.
We had like a great episode with her. She eat everything with rice, like kafteji with rice, mloukhia with rice, and mloukhia with rice is very tempting. I must say.
Yeah, I'm surprised you guys haven't done that yet in Tunisia. Mloukhia with rice.
We didn't think of it.
You know,
you guys don't eat a lot of rice. There's not a lot of dishes that you eat
separate
with rice,
dishes.
right?
Like we don't do rice with. We do like rice with red sauce, rice in like a runny sauce, ruz jirbi. We have like traditional dishes. It's not very traditional because the rice doesn't grow in Tunisia.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
But we don't like mix rice with other things.
Yeah, other countries maybe like use rice as like,
bread,
as like a filler. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, for the dish.
But we have it like a dish.
Yeah.
And probably you can make the connections with the big bellies in Tunis. We eat a lot.
A lot of
and
bread.
It's like maybe rice seems dull to Tunisians. We like when you look at the list. It's like in India.
Yeah.
But we are not even in India. It is very small country, but a lot of
but
food.
you have there's a huge variety of food in Tunisia. I was surprised by that actually.
We have even a great kitchen. Like if you compare it to other kitchens, like from our neighbors, it's a very good kitchen. Like that's I think the most thing that most of Tunisians are proud of is our food.
Yeah,
it's we use a lot of spice. We use a lot of we like spicy food,
but it's not like so spicy that it overwhelms any other flavor.
Exactly,
like you guys manage the spice well in your dishes. I would say,
have you probably noticed that the vegetables used are like tasty?
Yeah, super tasty. Yeah,
because we had like a couple of friends that live in Europe, for example. one of them is living in England, and he says like you know how sometimes you cut a lemon and like some of it gets into your eye and it's agonizing. And he said like back in England I can like put it and just squeeze it into my eyes and nothing will happen. Like he was joking around as if to say
as
like,
an example
there isn't the
essence of the fruit or the vegetable as it should be.
Exactly. And apparently that's due for maybe to like organic vegetables. We have like more organic seeds.
I would say so.
Yeah.
You guys haven't done any or as much bioengineering of your...
Yeah, I think we didn't have any. Like, we did, it's just the hybrid seeds that don't go back. You know, if you plant something, you have the tree, but if you collect the seed, it doesn't grow back. We have those.
Okay.
We have the natural seeds that you can keep replanting, but we don't have the genetically modified stuff.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
I think so.
And we use less pesticides and less. We don't use like hormones and things like that, because that's the thing that why they do it, because they want like the produce to get ready easily and quickly, and that's for markets and big markets. But we don't do that a lot in Tunisia, which is one of the good things. بشير قال لي النواصر موجودة زادة في الجزائر، عندهم نواصر مش كيفنا.
لا عاد مش صحيح.
أنور زادة قال لك يا مهدي قدكش تشبه الفاضل بوزارة كلافييستا لوست إنسان.
أوكي وبابا اسمه فاضل زادة مالا زهر. شبه البابا زادة.
كلوة قالت ملوخية eat and sleep.
ملوخية eat and sleep.
الرز غالي. You know, like fun fact, like in the Akiko, the one I was telling about, the Japanese guest.
We should definitely put you like in contact. You go around like do some vloggings together. Yeah.
She's in Japan now, and she in one story she was talking about how much rice is getting expensive in Japan.
In Japan? Oh my God.
Like they are like trying to eat more bread to compensate for the lack of rice, and it's difficult for them. It's it's going bad. Like the prices got like double in a couple of months.
Oh wow! I wonder why. Let's have to look into that.
Capitalism.
Right.
Fun fact: Tunisia is the second biggest consumer of pasta in the world. Yes, after Italy.
Yes, true.
And pasta originates from Tunisia, not from Italy. Fun fact about the name: all Tunisian called Nasir. Okay. Shasha is fun fact about Nwasr. The name comes from an old Tunisian coin called Nasri because they have the same shape.
There used to be a square coin.
Chat اليوم are on fire. Chat giving facts, throwing facts. Nice.
That's cool.
أنستكم إيميلي سيف لوهيبي. سيف
صح
he said
سيف.
like أنستكم إيميلي.
أسلم.
ميرسي سيفون.
تحكي تونسي خير مني ومنك.
لا
أحلى سيفون. يا سيف رانا نحبك تعاود تجي يا سيف. يا سيف يهديك.
باهي ماشي. We will check the band.
So do you have like plan for after summer, for example, or something?
Yeah, so as I mentioned before, I've got the this like backpacking trip that I'm gonna go back
with
to Saudi with Bassam, with the Ministry of Tourism in Saudi, which should be really hopefully it's not going to be too difficult because it's going to be really hot there.
Enjoy it as it is.
I'm sure.
Or not, so.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting experience.
Yeah, don't
In
think-
September, will you be going like?
No,
after
he
the
wants to go as soon as possible. So today I just applied to renew my passport at the U.S. Embassy today, which I didn't know I could do here in Tunisia. That's kind of cool. So once I get the passport back in 3 to 4 weeks, I guess he wants to just ala tool go straight into it. And then I have to go back to the U.S. because the next country I want to go to requires me to apply for a visa from the U.S. And that's China. I want to go to China. Yeah.
Okay, so that brings us to the main question. Are you a spy?
How long have you been holding that one back? Huh?
Yeah.
No, I am not.
Apparently, China is very, very nice.
And very welcoming.
Yeah.
It's very welcoming, apparently, also.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
I saw a lot
super
of
nice.
vlogs, like people traveling by bikes, on foot. They always been like, even the police, when they stop them for, like I said in Tunisia, control papier or checking
passports and
checking
stuff.
things, they give them food. They buy them food.
Really?
Yeah.
For when the time they're waiting, they will
Yeah.
be eating, and the cigarettes. Expect a lot of cigarettes from Chinese
Yeah.
people.
Okay.
They will give you a lot of
They have
cigarettes.
like special expensive cigarettes like with golden paper and stuff like that, just for giving, not for smoking, because like it's very. They have the custom of
The
giving.
culture of, yeah.
And so some of them like buy expensive one and they smoke that cheap one, but they give the expensive just to show like
How generous they
Yeah.
are. And,
they have that a lot.
nice.
Yeah, they have that.
Axel.
Yeah, and you know the j'irai dormir chez vous. Have you heard about this? Like I will go sleep
In your house.
In your house.
The
It's
French
like
guy.
it's French guy with
yep,
the
yep,
red
yep. I've
shirt.
heard of this guy. Yeah,
he has
yeah.
an episode in China. It's very, very interesting. And he has also dubbed episodes on YouTube. Like you can change the language in English. And the episode in China is very interesting because, and also quite old, not like recent.
Yeah.
And you can you have an idea about like how is it there and how.
If I don't
people
want to
are.
watch Speed.
Yeah, Speed is kind of. I hate him.
there is a lot of
this fucking Vinny.
There is a lot of good content on China. There is, honestly, after COVID, many good creators
Went there.
and there is great content. But try not to, for the people watching, try not to watch like the ones like telling a story about something. They have like they have something behind it. But just see how people living, and you will be amazed. Especially like China is really big. It's not.
huge.
It's not only Beijing and Hong Kong and.
Yeah, no.
There's a lot of China. In China.
I want to cover the big cities, but of course I want to get out into the rural areas as well.
There is a content creator called Eat Thai Halal Food.
Okay.
It's a Chinese guy. He's a content creator, a Muslim from the Muslim community.
Yeah.
He's making like a lot of content on the Muslim communities in China. Amazing content, amazing places. Like there is a place like Shangri-La. You've heard of the name?
Yeah.
There is a lot of Muslim in that place, and they have like very specific and special food. They use a lot of meat also, and like the old mosques and the old mixed with the traditional Chinese
culture and stuff. That would be super cool to see. I would love to see that.
Saif, he put a comment like, "Stay tuned for the upcoming episode with Emily."
Oh.
Yeah, apparently. Did you talk about this?
They filmed it.
You guys?
We filmed it already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But he said
saw a
like,
story.
stay tuned for the upcoming. Maybe he's planning another episode.
Maybe I don't know. Or maybe he's going to share it. I don't know.
Ah, okay. So you filmed it, but it doesn't.
We filmed it before we went to Saudi.
Okay.
And I guess he's planning
Emily
on
وأحلى
putting it
happy
on.
cast وأحلى community إن شاء الله نرجع for the second part. Of course, you will be back here, man.
That's fun. That's nice that he tuned in.
Yeah, and now
He's a great guy.
He is a great guy.
How much time would you guess we spent on this podcast now?
3 hours?
Yeah, almost. Yeah,
Okay. Because I'm starting to get tired.
yeah. It's
I don't know if you can tell.
10:24.
Yeah.
We should probably wrap this up. If it's getting, maybe we don't, because you said like we can stay a little bit more than 1 hour and a half.
It's doubled.
Yeah, it's doubled. We have like
No,
a
you guys are so
Tunisian saying that goes like you give him one finger and he takes you from the elbow. It's a saying.
We have an English version of that.
Okay.
You give an inch, they take a mile.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We have similar ones. in
Yeah, it's the
Tunisia.
same. Yeah.
But not on purpose. We did not do it on purpose.
I gave you guys the permission to do that.
Well, look,
I mean, if there's any other questions you have, I'm fine to I'm down to answer them.
No, it's okay.
Or we can wrap up now.
You can come back after your travels. After the Saudi travel, you can come back and we'll do a second episode.
Why not?
For sure, yeah. If
I
you
really
have another
this.
experience outside, it's good to have like guests come back and just talk about like, hey, okay, what's the update now? Yeah, we'll definitely do that.
And we didn't get to talk about Korea or like the other countries. So we still
Mazil continue.
Mazil continue, yeah. It's just for the time for you. Maybe it's 10:30. Okay, now you said Korea. Kind of have some questions.
Keep it for the next
keep
episode.
it for the next time. Okay. Well, look, it's been very nice having you here. I hope you enjoyed.
I'm smiling.
It's your first podcast.
My first podcast, yeah. So
I hope it will encourage you to do more.
It's been an honor to have my first podcast be with you guys. So
thanks a lot.
The
honor is ours. Trust me. Okay, so let's go into the shout-outs. First and foremost, Mr. Fakroon, the sound wizard hidden behind the magical keys and the magical knobs doing the sound wizardry. Shout out to غازي زادة معنا اليوم.
غازي يعطيك الصحة غازي.
ميرسي you spiced up the episode with the comments متاعك. ميرسي للchat بالحق اليوم chat يغلي on fire.
I think this is the most engagement we got in live engagement.
Really? That's great.
It has been 7 episodes or 8 live. So we're getting started.
Yeah.
And hopefully we get the hang of this. It's weird to keep an eye on the chat there. And
I bet
keep
it
an eye
is.
Here.
I really admire people who do that, like, regularly, because it's hard to like be engaging your guest at the same time engaging with the audience and everything.
ميرسي زاد الميد مايك كالعادة سبونسور متاعنا على الاستوديو لي بروجو لي كاميرا ولي ميكرو. ميرسي الميوزيك بلوس على الرودز هذوما.
ميرسي
لك انتي سي ايمن. ثانك يو ا لوت. ميرسي الراديوس على الجاتو. ميرسي ليا على التاي. الاقتراح نتاعي راملي راديوس اليوم هي اللي عملته تاي.
حق التاي اخي فيه بيريز نوع نتاع بيريز ولا حاجه.
بيريز ليه
I'm tasting something like berries.
عرفتك على شنو تحكي. يمكن الكركدي بتاتر المحطوط فيه عرفتوا
كركدي نعرفه.
فيه شويه
يشربوا برشا في
مصر.
في سعوديه زاد.
اوكي
حتى مصر
حتى مصر
السودان.
It tastes like fruity.
Yeah, it's a super sweet taste.
شنو حوال
They're laughing.
ما فهمتش.
شنو حوال حياتها الشخصية؟
شنو حوال حياتها الشخصية؟ شو حط ملايكة زاد؟
شنو
my mom asked like شنو حوال حياتك الشخصية؟
Your private life, your are you engaged?
Like emotional life,
She's his mom.
She wants the tea.
No, she's asking about you. You're like, how's your personal life? Like how's your
the tea. She wants the tea. I'm with Ghazi.
Ghazi
and I are together. Yeah, we're
Ghazi,
together.
who will be cooking all the dishes in the tier list that we did.
Who
has been cooking.
Ghazi
makes a great tagine.
If a man cooks tagine, keep that guy.
Right?
Keep him.
He makes a great shakshuka and ajja, and he makes a great briek zeda. He made briek. He made briek during Ramadan in Saudi Arabia. They don't even have the malsuqa.
Okay.
He somehow managed to make. He made 50 briek for like a group party that we went, a group iftar dinner that we went to like give out to other people. He single-handedly cooked 50 briek.
واو صحيت غازي. برافو برو والله برافو.
غازي يقرأ كومنتات. غازي الناس كل تقول لك صح. You are very lucky غازي.
How was the reaction about the briek?
Oh, they
love
loved
it,
it.
huh?
Yeah, he did the brick, like the cylindrical,
okay.
so it was
سويمة
easier.
هكا.
Yeah. So Fatma, and people were like, "Yeah, it's really good."
What
and
is
then
this?
they were like, "Huh? It's like I don't know." They never had anything like it. I was the one making sure that like everybody got to try it because it was a big group. I was like, "So where's the brick? Where's the brick?" It's like keeping my eye on it.
I think
كايوا قال I need غازي I'm a guy and his
صح غازي. Do you want do you have like an announcement or something you want to say as last words for this podcast? Like you can announce, you can say whatever you want.
I don't have any big announcements. These are things that like I've already announced, but I can just announce them again.
Yes.
You can go to my website at 20camels.com to find my guidebook about Tunis. And I'm also going to be releasing a set of like smaller guidebooks about various places in Saudi Arabia. If you're interested in that, if you want to go after seeing my videos, I very much recommend it. It is kind of an expensive destination though. And I have my merch if you're only internationally right now. So you can go to Fourth Wall, FOURTHWALL. You can find the 20 Camels account on there and order from outside of Tunisia. And yeah, guys, just make sure you follow my YouTube and my Instagram and my TikTok for some amazing content. And yeah, thank you so much.
Good luck for all what you do, and I think you have really good content that you can with time you can get better at what you do, and it will be an amazing and very impactful content, I think.
Inshallah.
Yeah, well, thank you, Emily. Thank you for what you do, and thank you for promoting Tunis, for loving Tunis, for loving the people of Tunis and the food of Tunis. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
Thank you chat زيادة chat.
تنحط لكم محمد قال حط اليوم تاع الكونتنت كريتور شاينيز تنحطه في الكابشن.
في الكابشن تلقاو كل شيء. ميرسي تشات الكل، ميرسي فكرون مرة أخرى، ميرسي ميد مايك. Thank you everybody. Stay tuned for the next episode.
For part 2.
Yeah, free Palestine as always.
Free Palestine as always. صح فكرون. وصلنا لايف.